Eventually, you'll have
goddess
to
of
have the
cats.
DM chair, and then one on each side of you.
Oh
And
Yes.
yeah,
yeah.
that's why I'm here.
That's right. So, Thari, how do you think you found us?
I think I landed close by.
Which is interesting because it's not Christmas anymore.
I know. Wait, I did.
Holidays.
The off season.
See,
I'm a little scared, but it'll be fine.
That'd be great.
you spell your name with an E. I spelled it with an I, and and I misspelled it, and it looks like your name is.
All right, my friends, we are live and in person.
Yay!
Hello there.
Hello there, lovelies. All right.
All
Who has
right.
announcements?
I got a level. I learned some things.
You learned
you.
some things,
I
Alvaro.
I did. It was very, shall we say, archetypal in a kind of a thievery type of way.
Archetypal.
Yes. Yeah, you might even say.
Can you even spell that?
Yeah, but it's AZ, it's arc, and then tie, and then pow.
All right. Fair enough.
R K. Well, anyway, you just write it down in your wizard book or something, and or I don't know, carve it in a blood rune on your hand, and then the next thing I know, people die. It's a good thing. I like it.
Well, I just every so often, just gotta pull out me little book here, where the great devil Krampus has given me power and knowledge, and it's taught me a lot of things, and I say most recently, after that last time when I got dusted, to say the least.
I was thinking about that. And you know what I thought would be a great nickname for you, Isa?
What?
We could just call you Ash.
Hey, Alvaro,
Too soon.
You see that? You know that one alleyway? Just that one alleyway out there.
The one that smells like bologna.
But yeah, will you meet me
Right.
there?
The last time that happened,
Got a little bit of a private conversation to have with you.
No.
Yeah, it that tends to leave me with scars and burn marks. I say, just I mean, I do learn stuff, but
Yeah. Be a good lesson for you.
Oh, all right, that's good. Oh, look, here comes Elisard. Elisard, good, my friend. Quickly.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, Isa, are you threatening Alvaro again?
Yes.
That's not very nice. I've told you before. That's not very nice. We try to treat each other with kindness and love, and that's what this is all about, right? It's all about loving each other and caring about each other. That's what this is all about. And I think that we should all be kind to each other and be nice to one another.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, look, here comes Sathori.
Right.
Sure. Whatever you say, Elisard.
Right. You've been hanging around with Sasaria again, haven't you?
I have. It's just kind of who I am, it's all about peace and love and being kind to one another. That's really what
You sound like Paul McCartney.
Yeah, just keep pushing it there towards
I haven't quite figured out
closer and closer to Liverpudlian. Yes, of course.
Liverpool, I hear, is a great place. By the way, I think Sathari, why is he so good? Like, he's up to something. I know that he is. He's standing right behind me again, isn't he?
Hey, everybody. Is everyone okay? Because I just now, like in the last 15 seconds, felt this really strange, weird vibe in the air. Like something was being threatened and something was being loved, and there was friendship and burn marks. I don't. Are you guys okay? Everyone's getting along, right?
Fine. We weren't talking about you at all.
It's
really.
right. Like it's a.
Okay, so at the end of Christmas Carol, you had 3 coins. The coin of Christmas past, which lets you ask a question about the past, which I have to answer honestly and completely. One question about the present and one question about the future, and they all have the same rules. I have to answer honestly and completely. But there's also a 4th coin that was given to you by the physician that has his face on it. Who has that coin?
Apparently Alvaro does it.
I don't think someone dropped it and I picked it up in
Oh,
my
there it
pocket.
is.
Oh, that coin. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, Isa. It's
Apparently
that
Isa-
So in your pocket, Isa, you can feel this coin get really kind of pleasantly warm against the fabric of your pocket.
I'll pull it out and give a flip up in the air. Look at it.
As you do so, the physician's face on the coin starts to move, and he says, "Oh, please, love, don't flip it around. That makes me quite dizzy."
Now that you said that, I don't have to do it again. Just because you said something.
Is the rest of the group with you? Are you all together?
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, please, love, don't flip it around."
This alley really echoey.
It was there for a moment. That was really weird.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just give. I won't flip it, but I will just move it around. Show the lads are here.
They're all here.
Good day. I'm so glad that you are here. Listen, I need you to do me another favor.
Favor's a strong word. Like, I was just wondering about some recompense.
You got the coins, me lad.
And we don't
If
even
I remember right, you also got a sizable reward from Scrooge.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Alvaro, we don't ask about recompense till after we know what the favor is.
I'm gonna
You
slide.
find out the favor first, and then you ask for money.
Oh,
I'm gonna slide over in front of Alvaro and let a little wing just kind of puff out. And where'd Alvaro go? Yes, name it. Anything. What is it we can do for you?
Right. I am very busy right now. And the head on the coin kind of turns and looks over the shoulder and says, "Oi, get down from there." Oh, good Lord. Okay. You can't see anything behind him, but you can tell that he's talking to somebody. And he says, "I can't get there right now. I'm on the other side of the country at the moment. But if you could do me just a right good favor, Ville de l'Amour, just a couple hours east of where you are in Grace, if you're still in Grace. I hope you're still in Grace. Tell me you're still in Grace."
I'm always in Grace.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been in Grace in a long
yet.
time. Or maybe I live there constantly, think to Sathari. I'm not sure.
Wonderful. So if you could just pop on over to Ville de l'Amour. My associate Hathor works at the Rendezvous, and she would love to meet with you, and she'll give you more information. I've got a whole herd of bugbears out there, and I've really just got to go. So if you could take care of that for me, I would appreciate it very much. I will meet up with you as soon as I can. Oi! Barricade the windows! I know barricade's not a word, but it is now. And the coin on the face on the coin goes back to its like standing still, like George Washington pose.
Right. So who was it supposed to be? Who was it we're supposed to be looking at?
I think you said Hathor.
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 That's what I said.
Hathor.
That's what I said. Hathor.
All right.
In
Ville
Leville
de l'Amour.
Ville de l'Amour.
It sounds like they need more stuff in that village. We should go there.
Yes.
I don't quite know about. I've been there once or twice.
It sounds elven.
If somebody wants to roll me a history, I'll give you everything to know about Ville de l'Amour.
That is not my cup of tea.
Alvaro, you really just hang out in Grace. You really this is where your littles are. You got to take care of them.
I know.
That'll be a 22.
There we go.
Okay, so Ville de l'Amour is a town in this province that is known for helping people find their true love. People go there to meet their soulmates, They go there to get married in the chapel there. They've got a very strong love domain cleric priest that runs that chapel, and people often vacation there or honeymoon there, take couples trips. It's known all around as just being the city of love, as the title implies.
That sounds lovely. Well, that's
So like Norman for those of us here local.
I can't believe I've never been there before. That sounds fantastic. I think we should head straight there. Of course, I've heard. I mean, as Ice has heard a little bit about it. You know what happens in Ville de l'Amour stays in Ville de l'Amour. So
yeah. Of course.
Why?
It does, love.
Why?
I don't know. Because I don't know. I only rolled a 5 on my history.
Well, why would you want to go to such a great place and then do things and then not tell people about it when you came home?
Just in case some, there's untoward stuff.
There's been a few times that I don't even remember what happened in that place. A little too noshed.
They do have some vineyards outside of town. That is a thing.
Okay.
Quick side note here. Did you turn your sound up a little bit? Connor says you're still kind of quiet.
Yes, I've been futzing with it. Hopefully with the microphone a little bit closer.
And she said that the microphone closer didn't help too much. So if
didn't help too much. Okay.
It says better now.
I'm a little bit.
Because I've got at least in like OBS, I've got her up as far as she can go, Captain.
I'll give her a muscle blow.
Connor
We're doing it faster. She'll fly apart. Fly her apart.
I don't know who Dragon Tack is, but they're very helpful.
Thank you so much, Dragon Tack. You are my hero today.
Dragon Tack, at your next game, you get a free advantage roll.
Yes.
Tell your DM.
Yes, tell your DM.
And if you are the DM,
from Red Dead.
Oh, it's Ed. Ed from my Saturday night group. Hi, Ed.
Ed. Word.
Ed. Let me see.
All right, so Kiri has to have disadvantage on her next time at the table.
Okay. Is that better now? Are we good now? Or
you sound great to me, but I'm not the person with the knowledge.
Right, I'm about to say the people out there listening at home, you guys are the ones who know like what's really going on out there. So
I'm at home.
Oh,
Connor says you sound good.
Connor says it sounds better.
All right.
Okay. So, you've been tasked to go to Ville de l'Amour to meet Hathor at a bar called Rendezvous.
Ellison, have you ever heard this bardic song before?
What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. That's my name.
I said, like, if we're putting 2 and 2 together, it seems like we've got to go to a village and meet Hathor for a rendezvous, and those things kind of made me think of, like a little song. I didn't know if you'd heard of that before.
I'm going to the bar to meet Hathor. Yes, of course. That's the classic. It goes all the way back to the Beatles. Yeah.
Which were a group of, Beatles, literal
Beatles are musical?
Yes, who knew that Anna Kegs could play guitar like that?
I really need to
the drummer
more.
just uses his carapace.
Yeah,
it was actual Beatles with mop tops. They were fantastic.
So are you gonna go, I guess? Are you leaving town, walking your lonely way?
I think we should go on holiday.
We're packed up and we're gonna go to a tavern. You said, what was the name of the tavern?
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous is what it says.
Right. So, off to Rendezvous.
Okay.
Are we going to get wagons and horses, or do you want me to just fly us there?
Can you just fly all of us there?
I've never tried. How much do you weigh?
I instantly climb onto Sathari's back. Just use the wings that are in front of my face and just doop, 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 doop.
Too much.
Halfling backpack.
I think with all my equipment, probably about 175.
Too much.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll just get on our horses and go.
I can see our house from here. All right, I hop down since I'm about to break the old angel.
Okay, so headed out of the east side of town. You're walking along a ways outside of town, and you're into the woods. And ahead there is a creek. It's not particularly wide, but it seems to be moving pretty quickly. And the on the other side of the creek, you can see a couple of little rat folk. One is wearing a little vest and a little hat, and one is wearing a little blue dress with like little gingham print on it. And they seem to be having a small meal together on the bed of this creek.
Oh,
Alvaro would like to make an insight check.
Okay.
And to see if like they're servants or if they have money. Oh, good God. It's a natural 1. I don't even...
There's a couple of rat folks sitting on the creek bed, like sitting on the creek shore, having a meal.
Alvaro.
You're in prison today, not using you.
They're just having a bit of a picnic, eh? Leave the poor rats alone.
Right. I think they're
lovely day for a picnic, ain't it?
So I call out, just hello, greetings and salutations, my friends, and enjoying this beautiful day out along the riverside.
It's great. It's great. The bridge is out, so I don't know how you're gonna get across the river, but it's great over here.
Well, I'm sure that how wide is the river?
It's not very wide. It's maybe only 10 feet wide.
Oh, cool.
But it does seem to be moving at a clip.
Sathari, can you fly one of them over there, and then I'll take the other one with me?
What is everybody else going to do?
Oh, I'm going to
I'd pull out a quarterstaff and start like
No.
Like,
You don't.
Can I find a nice spot where I can just pull both over?
I say you don't have to do that. I can take you with me. I can use the mists of my people and get us over there. But so
I said, did you put your staff in the water?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, like I just have my quarterstaff and I'm just.
If somebody wants to investigate the water, I can tell you more about this water.
I'll take a look at the water.
I'm just saying you should.
20.
Okay, it's not very deep. It's only maybe 2 feet deep. You could walk across.
Oh, okay.
They're just rat folk. They're just small.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just hop, skip, and jump over. Just wading through the water. Come on, everybody. It's fun. You just get a little bit wet.
I'm not going to get wet, so I will take one if they'll come with me. I'll fly.
The rat folk are on the other bank.
Right. No.
Oh, I'm taking one of you. Oh,
okay. That's what I was making sure we were clear.
I thought
you're gonna like pick up Alvaro.
Okay. No, I can jump myself. It's not that far, right?
No, it's only like 10 feet.
Yeah, we could just walk over there.
You could just walk across. It's only like 2 feet deep, which I guess is most of Alvaro's body. But
that's right. I'm not going to get my stuff wet.
He's an halfling, love.
That's
he's only half of what the rest of us are.
But this dice is better. Natural 19 on like an athletics check or jumping.
Yeah, so once again, you see Alvaro take a few steps back and take just a running jump and just makes it across. He does a great job. He looks pretty badass doing it.
Up Sathari's back and off his shoulders.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hardcore parkour.
I got 10, 9.5.
The rat folk give some polite applause. That was awesome.
Thank you.
And so I'll just walk.
Sathari, do you just
the
like
underdark judge? They never give full points for nothing.
That's right.
I will back up and take off running and jump up into the air and pop my wings and put the tip of my toe on Elisard's head and bing off of it, and then bing off of someone else and then just really outdo Alvaro.
Give me
In
an
flight.
athletics roll.
Not to root
Actually,
against you,
let's make
but-
this acrobatics. Let's make this acrobatics.
3.
Oh, God.
You give Elisard a kick in the head, right good, and he takes 1d4 damage. So,
Oh, God.
Johnny, I need you to roll 1d4 damage for what you do
And
to Elisard.
when I land, I bow and say, graceful. 2.
Okay,
Oh,
Elisard, you take
goodness.
2 damage from getting kicked in the head. And the little
okay.
rat folk are just like, oh.
I pat them on the head and wait for my friends.
Alvaro leans over to Ice and goes, I knew he didn't like him much.
I ain't even gonna try nothing fancy. I'ma just wade myself through the water. I would like to imagine though, since my main thing is like ice magic, yeah.
Yeah.
There's just little blooms of frost just come off with each step.
It is pretty cold today. It's not as cold as it has been. You can almost smell spring. You can tell it's just probably about a month away, spring. But you make it across. If for those of you who went into the water, it was a little cold, but it was okay. And
Good thing I now have resistance to cold damage.
Proud of you. And so the rat folk just like look at you amazed, and the young lady comes over to Elisard and says, I hate to bother you. I know this is like a huge thing, but we're on our honeymoon, and we were gonna go to Grace because we hear some good things,
Right.
but the bridge is out and we can't get over. So
Oh.
I was wondering if maybe you guys could maybe help us out. Listen, my husband won't ask for help, bless his heart, but I feel like maybe if I ask, it'll be okay.
Well, I don't see any problem with this. Would you? I say to this wonderful couple, you look like you could use some help getting across this little creek, and of course, we don't seem to have much problem getting across. And of course, I'm talking to the man here. If we could somehow help you across, we would be more than happy to help you. Would you like that?
And it only costs 5 silver pieces.
Nate, get away, Alvaro. We're doing this for fun. We're doing this out
I
of
just grab
kindness.
him by the scruff and just.
Tristan, who is the male rat folk, in his little vest and his little hat, he kind of crosses his arms. He says, we don't need any help, but if you want to do a good deed, I guess we can let you help us.
Right. Well, that's all I was asking. And I actually go over to him and I go touch him on the shoulder, and then we misty step across the river.
Ooh.
And then he kind of leans over and whispers and says, I appreciate that you didn't give me the indignity of being carried in front of my wife.
Exactly. And then I will shout out to Citharia. Says, Citharia, why don't you carry the young lady over here to her new groom and let them be on their way.
You just gotta appreciate, the fragile masculinity
Of the rat folk?
of the rat.
Sathari, she gives you a little curtsy and offers a hand.
And I give a long bow and say, we wish you love and luck in all your life.
Icicle and spring.
So she's gonna look up at you, Elisard, and be like, we super appreciate it. This was super, super helpful. And I know that you said it was a good deed, but we're trying to start a new life together, and we're trying to leave our old life behind. And you just seem like really great people, and we just want you to have this. And she takes a little locket off from around her neck and gives it to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That was so sweet of you. Now, you two be very, very safe on the way to Grace. It's a beautiful day, so you shouldn't have any trouble. And I mentioned the tavern that we usually go to, and I say, if you ask for, and I mention a name, ask for Bob. He's usually very good about making sure that you have a wonderful place to stay and that you have a fantastic honeymoon.
Well, thank you so very much. We do appreciate it so much. And they kind of walk off their way. Their little tails kind of like twist around like they're holding hands, but with their tails.
Aww.
It's very cute.
The tails and a little heart.
Yeah. It's adorable.
Love is in the air.
Everywhere I look around.
And so you continue back on your way, and nothing else really happens. That's kind of it.
I put on
you
a
have
walking,
a really uneventful kind of trip. There's some the trees are still pretty bare, but like I said, you can kind of smell the new dirt of spring almost wanting to bud.
You just got you got that last little icy grip of winter as it's just clutching on as ferociously as it can.
But spring is coming, and I'm so excited. Yes, spring is my favorite time of year, and so this is the time when I can think that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and this is just a beautiful time of year. I just love it.
People start wearing less overcoats, and then, of course, their pockets are easier to pick. It's just, I agree completely with you, Elazard.
Elisard and Alvaro, as you're having this conversation, give me a dex check. Woo-hoo. And you could do a saving throw, actually, since you probably have better stats for that.
14.
Modified 13.
Okay, so you both dodge out of the way as a huge picture gets thrown out of the building and into the street. You've entered Ville de la Mort proper, and as you look up at the source of the painting that just flew out of this second story window, you just see this woman on the balcony saying, "How could you? You never loved me. This is take all of your stuff and never come back." And she's just throwing all of these things out of this window. "I hate you. Never come back to this house. I never want to see your face again. All of your stuff is in the street. Take it and get out of here. Leave this town. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to my friends." And there's a guy in the street who's just kind of sitting in the street as his things kind of fall around him. And sometimes things hit him. It seems that a pair of his undershorts have landed on his head. He's just kind of left them there. He just kind of looks down at his lap, and he just doesn't move. He just accepts all of these things that are happening. He doesn't respond. He doesn't do anything.
Alvaro slips his backpack off and undoes the flap. And then anything valuable laying around, he starts picking it up and
No. This is Alvaro. It's not yours. It's not yours.
It's in the street, Elazard.
You deserve to be stolen from. No, you shouldn't even have these things. I bought you these things. I'm keeping the rest of these things.
I go over to the guy and I said, "Well, sir, what seems to be the problem? You seem to be having a little bit of a row with your partner."
He kind of looks up at you and his undershorts fall off of his head.
Aww.
And he doesn't say anything. He just looks up at you and he just looks pretty he doesn't necessarily look sad. He just looks like empty.
Oh.
But you can,
right?
as you look down the street, you can actually see a pair of people who are just having an all-out brawl. Like, on cartoons when people are fighting and it's just like a dust cloud with like an arm that pokes out every now and then. It's that. Just rolling into the street. Farther down, you see another woman throwing things out of a second-story window. The town seems to be in some kind of chaos.
Yes.
But if you look at the end of Main Street, kind of, if you walk straight towards it, you're going to run right into it, and it's a big blinking sign that says "Rendezvous," and it has a picture of a big heart that blinks like it's beating.
We'll look at Elsa and say, "So that we're here, right? This is the place."
Yeah. This will be it.
And this just happened. Right?
Yeah, but I say usually you take a stroll down the street here, and instead of this, and I point to, the poor lad is sitting looking quite despondent, and his old lady up there in the window throwing all this stuff at him. It's like, usually this poor sod here, he'd be a little more like Alisard, and he'd have a harp or a lute or something, and he'd be professing out all of his heartfelt feelings for that lovely creature up there, and she'd be a swooning on that balcony. This is not right.
Yeah, this doesn't seem normal at all. Maybe we should, maybe this is exactly what the doctor had told us about, that there was a problem in Ville de l'Amour, and maybe we should actually be coming to help. Seems like there's some kind of, could I do some kind of check to see if they are under any kind of magical influence?
Give me an Arcana.
I'm scared.
A 19.
Okay, so with the 19, you're pretty good. You can see that there's some kind of magic at work here, but you can't really tell what it is. They're not under a deliberate spell. They're not under any kind of like manipulation or anything like that. These are their true feelings. You just feel like magic has somehow like enhanced them.
Okay. Yes, so it seems like there seems unrest here in Ville de l'Amour, and maybe we should just go talk to Athor and see if this person knows any more about what's going on here, and maybe we could find some way to stop it.
I'm calling it now. Gretz is somehow responsible.
Oh, yeah.
Gretz, who's that?
He's some
You're
kind
a
of
little too
devil
young to
demon
know, Alvaro.
guy.
You don't need to know about Gretz just yet.
He's got 2 Z's, I know that. I can't remember, and maybe an apostrophe or something like that.
Somewhere, six fingers on each end.
Oh, lovely.
Tall, purple, bit of a git.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe.
I don't know. It
Well,
looks to me like the Muppet got exactly what he deserves, pointing back at the guy in the street.
And he's kind of has gone from the sitting position to just like laying on the ground.
Oh,
He's giving up.
Love does funny things to you.
seems some kind of apathy has overtaken him. So
It seems all quite natural to me. Like it's a natural progression. It's
no. A place of love should be filled with skipping and singing and dancing, and this is just sad and really, really depressing.
Oh,
I want to go over and ask him how long they've been fighting like this.
He just looks at you with his empty eyes.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any answers from him.
So I'm going to look around down the street as we walk and approach and hear the others arguing. Is it as one-sided as this one was? Someone saying "go, go, go," the other person saying "but."
No,
but.
it seems like most of the people you see seem to fall into 2 camps. Either they are full of anger, rage, and hate, or they're just completely despondent and apathetic and like empty. Most people, and by most I mean every single person that you see, tends to fall into one of those 2 camps. Every now and then you'll pass by someone just racked with sobs, but that's about the biggest variety you have. Even the animals are fighting.
This is so
Like
sad.
There's a couple of stray dogs in one street that's fighting. You see a skunk and a black cat fighting in a different alley. It's just lots of fighting and lots of sadness.
Dogs and cats fighting together. Mass
hysteria. Well, this is terrible. I don't want to see any more of this. Let's get to the tavern where people are drinking. Maybe they're not fighting there.
Oh, yes, of course, because every tavern I've been to, there's never any fighting ever in a tavern.
Really?
As you say that,
sarcasm, Sathari. I know
as
you're
you
still
say
trying to figure
that,
that
a
out.
couple of guys come barreling out the door. They seem to have been thrown out of this bar by the roughs of their necks. They kind of land separately, look at each other, and then start fighting again.
Oh dear. Yes.
At the door, you see
I
somebody.
got 20 cold on the little one.
Do you
I'll
want to
take
try
you
to
back.
stop this?
No, I think we should try to stop this by stopping whatever's going wrong in this town.
Just let them work it out.
At the doorway that just these guys just came out of, there is a beauty. She is impressively tall. She's like 6'6", 6'7", impressively tall. Gorgeous chocolate, like flawless chocolate brown skin. She's got gold tattoos around her eyes that are like little geometric shapes. She's wearing a black vest kind of over just like a regular shirt. And it's like, cinched in all attractively. She's got a pair of pants and boots. So she looks like she is working. And as she turns around to go back into the bar, kind of wiping her hands off, you see an impressive pair of gold feathered wings kind of folded up against her back, along with her long black dreadlocks that she's got tied behind her head as well.
I think a drink is an excellent idea. Let's go.
I'm trying to stop her before she goes in and says, "Greetings, my lady. We are looking for the fine establishment we have been known as called the Rendezvous. Have we come across this place of fine liquors and wine and ale that we've heard about?"
I'm going to put my hand on Elisar's chest and push him away and step forward and say, "Greetings, fine lady.
Oh,
We are looking for a fine establishment where there's liquor and hi."
oi! I was talking to her.
Can you guys are cute? Do you know how to read? Because the sign pretty clearly says rendezvous. So if you're looking for rendezvous, you found rendezvous, and I've got some work to do. If you,
Of course.
and then she kind of looks at you guys and realizes that you are neither fighting nor weeping, and says, "Wait, you're new here. You haven't been here long."
No, we just got into town. Thank you for
And the
noticing.
sign clearly says rendezvous. As
I feel like I just got here and I'm seeing for the first time ever.
Wonderful. Come in.
Right.
And she kind of waves you in.
And by the way, we were actually sent here to find a person by the name of Athol. Have you come across this person at all?
I hope so. I see her in the morning. Every morning. Yep. That's me.
Oh,
I'm Hathor.
Oh, Athol, fantastic. Well, my name is Elisar.
What can I get you? I've got beer, I've got wine, I've got water.
I would love to have a glass of wine if I could, please.
Okay.
Sure. She gives you like this chilled, like Chablis, like bubbly white wine. Because I feel like
it tickles the nose. That's just lovely. Oh, that's just there's something rosy about that. Fantastic.
do you have anything that don't bubble? That's just like maybe something dwarven, gnomish.
No.
Oh,
I've got beer.
Is that strawberries at the bottom of that? Elizad?
Yeah.
yes. Well, strawberries always add the best flavor to wine, of course.
So I'm going to tell you right now, you should get out of town. So finish your wine, get out of town. Otherwise, you're going to end up like all these guys, and nobody wants that. So
Well, see, that's what we're wondering. What is actually going on here? Because we were told that Ville de l'Amour was a place of love and affection and amore, and this seems to be a place of... Yeah, what's going on?
no idea. So probably 3 weeks ago, ish. Hey, oi. And she kind of looks over to this guy in the corner who is clearly drunk. And she says, Joe, how long have you been here? And he says, well, what day is it? She said, I think it's Sunday. Like 3 weeks. Okay, so yeah, since the last 3 weeks, this has been going on. People hate each other, and this used to be a super great town. Loved being here. And it's bad. It's real bad. It's everybody, except apparently me, Joe, and you guys.
Well, it seems like as I was looking around,
loves in some drink.
I never thought of it that way. Maybe.
Oh, does Joe have a wife or betrothed or another significant one in his life?
I'm not Joe's keeper. You want to ask Joe about Joe, you can ask Joe about Joe.
Are you single?
I give Joe beer. I'm working.
and what time do you get off?
I'm investigating. That's why I'm wondering if this maybe doesn't affect single people. Is what I meant by that, right? Right, Alvaro?
Whatever you say, mate.
I mean, I'm not, like, I guess currently in a relationship. I'm not really into love, man. Like, I'm just here for a good time, and I'm currently working. So I just like my business.
Where can we find and okay, so Hathor, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're the Hathor.
Uh-huh.
One we were sent to help.
Oh, really? Sent to help me? Who sent you?
The doctor.
Roger. You know, I haven't seen him in a long time. I think it was, when was that? It has to be like 20 years ago at this point. Well, that's really nice that he's looking out for me. If you talk to him, tell him if you guys solve this thing, you and Roger can have all the free Chablis you want.
Oh, well, that would be lovely. I think that's well worth the ticket of finding this out. Yes, Safari, I think you might be onto something here. If we could determine if it's people who aren't actually in a relationship, that maybe that is the reason why that Hathor and Joe seem to be unaffected by whatever spell, whatever curse might be on this town.
Well,
I would say, if I were investigating, I would start either A, with the royal family, who started their own investigation before they started trying to kill each other, or B, you can go over to the Chapel of Love. The priest there might know something because he's like a love guy. Super great dude. Either place, tell them I sent you, they'll let you right in.
Fantastic, Ethel. And of course, thank you for the wine. And I put down a gold piece for the wine, and I say thank you. And I think, what do you think? The chapel will probably be the first place to check out, don't you think, guys?
This is as good a place as any. I mean, we ain't got much to start with, other than the fact that, you know, all this started happening, 3 weeks ago.
Bad things happen at chapels. People lose their freedom. They get bound in a ceremony that then, they can't do nothing the rest of their life.
Now, I will tell you that
you have such a limited view.
View. Ash, if you want to give me another history check, since you knew the most about Ville de l'Amour earlier, I can give you some more investment in.
Woo! Magic cup.
14.
Okay, so you do know the basics here. So you've got two options here. You've got the royal family. So the queens, Tisiphone and Elfreda, are they are the royal family, the ruling queens of Ville de l'Amour. And they've been in charge for the better part of 150, 200 years because they're elves, so they're like super old and stuff.
Right.
Do it.
But still, like, super attractive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Tisiphone is like she's a wizard, so she's kind of slender and sleek and thin. Elfreda is an elvish fighter, kind of Brienne of Tarth style. So they're a knit couple, man, let me tell you. At the Temple of Love, the priest's name is Amadeus.
Amadeus, Amadeus.
Here we go.
Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. Well, Amadeus. I have, yes, without a doubt, we have to go to Amadeus because I have to see him sing Rock Me Amadeus to him.
I want my Falco.
We can go to the chapel, but I'm not getting married. It's not happening. I'm not letting any of that bindy witchcrafty stuff.
Never say never.
That's right.
So Hathor just kind of points a little bit north of where she's at, and she says, chapel's right up on top of the hill.
Right.
And then she kind of goes off to break up another fight that has started across the room.
All right. Well, let's go up to the chapel then. And
I grab just the back of Sathari's robes and just start
you would need to.
tugging him away.
Oh, right. Yes, we'll be back. We'll be back.
You got your head up in the clouds there for a second, Sathari.
You have the white wings. She had the gold wings. Does that mean anything?
She's more magnificent than I am.
And Sathari, give me a dex check.
Twitter-pated.
I would say so.
Saving throw.
Oh my.
He's so Twitter-pated. You can see the little buddies floating around his head.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, so you trip and fall on your face. It's rather hilarious. But as you look to see what you tripped over, there is a woman sitting on the middle of the sidewalk surrounded by like 17 empty gallons of ice cream. With a spoon.
Oh, boy. I am so sorry. I seem to keep falling today.
She doesn't even notice you. She's elbow deep in her rocky road.
I feel that.
Okay.
I feel that so strongly.
Yeah.
First breakfast. I started counting containers. First breakfast, second breakfast, 1, 10th, afternoonsies, tea.
She certainly seems to have had her fill with ice cream. And she hasn't talked to any of us.
No, she doesn't. As you turn the corner, you can see the chapel. Gorgeous kind of A-framed building with these big tall windows. And there seems to be on this side of town, there's a little less fighting and a little more of those like despondent, empty people. And the doors are just big wooden doors. They're actually wide open, despite it being a little bit cool outside. And as you walk around, you see that there are a bunch of really sad people sitting in pews. And there is a human man kind of walking amongst them, who also seems to not be super affected by whatever is going on.
I'll go up to one of the sad people in a pew and just, I love you.
It's like you can't even, they're not even looking at you. Like their eyes are looking at you, but they're not looking at you. You know what I mean?
Okay, this is bad. This is getting really bad.
Yes. I'm going to walk up to the man who's walking around and I say, pardon me. Greetings, my friend. I am looking for Father Amadeus.
And he kind of stands up from where he was and he says, "Oh, you found me." He is wearing just like an open robe, just over like over a shirt and trousers. But he doesn't like have like, he doesn't look like a stuffy, he looks more like a youth pastor. He's trying to like be cool.
Trying to be hip with the youth.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it cash. But he has you can see his hands that he kind of holds in front of him. He's just clutching his hands pretty tightly to each other. And he looks pretty worried as well. And How can I help you?
Well, my name is Elisard Shank. These are my friends, Sathari and Isa and Alvaro. And
Not looking to get cussed.
No. We have been sent to this town, actually. We didn't arrive here by chance. We actually came because we were summoned, in a sense, by the physician Roger, who said to come down and take care of apparently a problem here in Ville de la Mort. And so that's why we're here. We seem to see some kind of despondency here within your village, and it doesn't seem quite right, as if there's some kind of magical spell or just a dark curtain all over the town. And we were wondering if there was maybe some way we might be able to ease the burden of this town and rid of it of its curse.
What?
You talk way too much.
What's that?
What me long-winded friend here is trying to say is we're here to help. We've talked to Hawthorne. She said to come your way, and you might be able to give us some more information that we could use to return Ville de la Mort to its proper glory.
Right there.
Hathor is always sticking her nose in where it doesn't belong, but it's fine. Whatever, it's fine. We don't really need your help, but I mean, I guess if you're gonna help, then maybe you should actually do something instead of just standing here talking to me. That'd be great. So,
You've been hurt. Come here.
Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
Come. You've been hurt.
I thought you were supposed to be some sort of priest of love.
Yeah. Even you seem to be affected by.
You know what? You put a bunch of pressures on somebody, and somebody's gonna crack. They're gonna crack. You just can't keep piling on the pressure like that. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
Yeah,
It's not right.
of
It's not right.
I hear you.
Right.
Okay, everyone in your
What
congregation
can we
is staring
do
off into
to help
everyone in your
ease your
congregation.
Okay.
Everyone in your congregation is staring off into space. What pressure are you faced with right
Pressure
now?
to fix the freaking town. The freaking town is under attack, and I can't figure out where it's coming from, and I can't help these people.
And that's a heavy
Like-
that's a heavy load to take all on your own, and a burden, too much of a burden for one person, isn't it? So let us spread my wings, help you.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Are you trying to impress me?
Are you impressed? Because usually most people
No.
kind of go, oh, that's I don't know. Play a song.
Well, yes,
Or something.
I agree. Help me help you. This is exactly what we need to do, is to get together and figure out what is going on. Now, maybe we should go talk to the royal queens about what is going on in town. Any other clue you could give us? We know this happened about 3 weeks ago. There seems to be, again, some kind of just apathy or darkness that just seems to be encompassing this town. And maybe there's something else that we haven't figured out.
Have I told you that you talk too much?
I've been told that often, actually. But sometimes
we could
people
just
seem
bugger
to
off and just leave
enjoy
it.
it.
That'd be great. If you could do that, that'd be great. That'd be ideal.
He's a bad cheeky chap, is he?
Yeah. Well, tell you what, we will let you attend to your flock, and we shall endeavor to is it a castle?
It's a castle.
Yeah.
It's
We
a
will
straight
shall
up
endeavor to
Beauty and the Beast
castle
style castle.
Yeah, we shall endeavor to talk to the royal queens and see if there's something we can do to help you out. In the meantime,
You're gonna good luck. And he turns around and leaves.
Can I try to get some sort of insight on this guy? Is he
Yeah.
Sure.
Is he really this rude, or is he like?
I would like to also.
Give me an Arcana instead if you're gonna try to see if he's being affected or not.
16.
He's being. This
think he's a
should
prick.
he
I
should
got
not be
5.
acting this way.
What's that?
Yeah, he's just a real mean guy. But no, Elisard, he wouldn't have gotten to the position that he's in as a love cleric and had the reputation that he has if he was like just a rude dude all the time.
Right.
So something's not right here.
It's either magical or it's the pressure of what's going on in the village itself and his
Maybe a combination of the two. Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's head off to the castle then.
The castle is conveniently located right up the hill.
Oh, when the church chapel was up a hill, so this is just further up the hill. So isn't this very similar to Grace? So
I mean, yeah, except that the castle it's not in the middle of town. It's kind of towards the edge of town. But yeah,
that's true.
I didn't think of that when I planned it, but yeah. Sure.
Yes.
Well, it's only natural for the town to grow up around the most prominent thing in the area, which in this case is,
the bar,
the castle.
Oh, castle.
Right.
And the bar.
But like I said,
you got the castle, right, and then you got the chapel where probably everybody goes to get married. It's just what they do here. And then you got the bar, which is just where you go to get your drinks after you've had your quick Vegas hitch.
Vegas, that's like the grits guy. It's another, demigod of something. Vegas.
Sure. So like I said, the castle is a big Beauty and the Beast style looking castle, like Gothic kind of architecture. Pretty impressive. What you do notice as you walk up is there is not a single guard anywhere, which seems weird.
As we're walking that way, Alvaro looks over at Elisard and says, I think you're exactly right. That guy, he needed help. Like, somebody should help him, not just anybody. I mean, obviously it wasn't us, but, he needed help. That's for sure.
Right. There's something dark here that we've got to take care of. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on in Ville de la Mort.
There's weird. There's no guards here. Maybe they all took an arrow to the knee and now they're fighting with their spouses too. That's
as you approach the castle, you can hear some kind of hubbub from inside as well.
Okay, well, let's make our way inside.
Like a row type of hubbub, or like a
for sure
type of hubbub.
The front door, there's like a little short hallway, then it kind of opens up into like what you assume would be like the Great Hall, where they would have like big like town festivals or feasts and stuff like that. And at either end of this Great Hall is a group of soldiers, and these soldiers seem to be kind of fighting with each other. They're it's not great. And then at the kind of center of the room, you see two groups of soldiers that are they're fighting with each other, but they're also working to try to tear these two women apart. One of which is swinging around a great sword with two hands, and the other of which is throwing magic you've never seen before. Super powerful wizard, and they're just yelling at each other, airing all of their dirty laundry, 200, 300 years of secrets, just screaming at each other.
I'm going to say, I'm going to try to come up and come in between them and say, and I'm guessing these are the queens.
I mean, it seems probably that way. They're both dressed really nicely.
Your Royal Highnesses, why are you fighting amongst yourselves?
You said you stand in between them?
Sure.
What's your armor class?
14.
Oh, he's dead.
I lean over to Ice. We're fixing. You're going to get in between those two queens. Someone's going to bite the dust. I know that.
Have we had a short rest in between this on the way here from the river?
I'll say, yeah. You got you.
Good.
That Chablis really made you feel better.
Good.
Okay, so you are gonna take maths. 12 damage from this great sword.
Oh gosh.
They're very powerful elves.
Okay.
And you step right in front of the one heaving a two-handed greatsword.
That's a hammer to fall.
All right. I'm going to do a thing.
I'm going to step back and say, someone else take this.
As she notices that she has hit you, she kind of raises up, and then she is like, you have enough of an in now where if you wanted to say something, you have about 3 seconds.
I'm going to slam my...
Go ahead.
Don't give Elisard the 3 seconds. He'll just get past salutations.
I want to slam my staff down, and I want to cast 2 cantrips if permissible. I want to cast light on my staff, and I want to cast thaumaturgy and boom my voice with "Stop and hear me," echoing through the whole castle.
Just like breaking up a fight with a couple of teenage boys, everybody kind of freezes for a second because you've made a loud noise and startled them. So you have like 3 more seconds.
All right. That's enough. What's going on? Other than your metal problems, all right? I ain't interested in that.
I don't need no killer queens.
We're gonna have an 80s musical episode, and it's just gonna be only.
You can only speak in 80s references.
The smaller of the 2 queens, who is clearly the powerful wizard, she has this like shield spell that she's been using to keep her wife from just like chopping her head off. So she doesn't lower it, but she like makes a hole in the middle so that she can look at you.
I'm doing like the Chris Pratt Raptor Keeper.
And essentially, she says, "This is no way. This is no way to address a queen. This is inappropriate. Who do you think you are?" So on and so forth.
And this is ill behavior befitting a queen.
Your royal fatherliness. They call me Isa.
She's a kind of magic.
I work for the physician.
Roger.
Affirmative.
Roger sent us.
And I've got a butler named Joe. I don't care.
Oh, look, there's obviously something going wrong in your town. And as the queen of this village, you should be very intent on ending this. Do you know what your subjects are going through? As their servant, you should be caring about them and what they are going through right now. And we are here to help.
Anyone who is not Elisard, give me a perception check while he's talking. You have time to do a whole perception check.
One whole perception check in the time it takes Elisard to finish his little speeches.
Yeah.
Ooh, 15.
Alvaro's must be looking around at like the furnishings because he's just got a modified 3.
14.
A lot of knees. Okay, so Isa, out of the corner of your eye, you notice somebody who is not fighting. Who is not... And that's weird. Because it should just be like you guys and like Hathor is the only other person that you've seen not fighting.
Well, Elisard has their attention. I'm gonna walk over to this person.
So this is an orc. He's half orc. He's got kind of a mop of hair that looks like he's been like running his fingers through it, and his eyes are from it looks like deprivation, and he is like uncharacteristic. I haven't seen half orc dressed like him before. He's kind of dressed like for lack of a better term, like Fraser Crane. Like he's got like nice a nice jacket on. He's got like the little patches on the elbows. And a pair of big round spectacles as well. And he looks up at you and he says, "You don't hate me, do you?"
Now, see, that's a tricky question because there's a lot of people I hate just on sight. But you, I don't hate you.
I'm not talking about like regular hate. I'm not talking about magic. This is all magic hate.
I'm intrigued by you. Why are you the only one not affected?
Because I'm the only one that'll listen to me. No one else will listen to me.
All right, I'm listening. Talk.
It's in the water, man.
Attention, so. It's what?
It's in the water, man. It's in the water, man. And he just kind of starts muttering to himself, it's in the water, it's in the water. Everyone keeps drinking the water. No one will listen to me. And they're all drinking the water and they're all insane. And that's why they're all insane, because they're all drinking the water. And he kind of just mutters and mumbles.
Is it loud enough the rest of us hear it?
Krampus, help me.
Okay.
No.
Krampus, help me.
I'm still trying to persuade the ladies to not actually kill each other, and not and in the same vein, not actually kill me, which I think is actually more important.
So you've taken these two women to marriage counseling against their will. That's what you're telling me.
Right. I say, now tell me, how does that make you feel exactly?
You know, she thinks she's so big and strong and tough because she's so big and strong and tough, but I don't need her. She has a soft spot too.
Right. And I look over at Alfreda and I say, Alfreda, she seems to be intimidated by you. How does that make you feel exactly?
Well, you know, it's really hard to be someone who can't do any magic, because she's over there just doing all kinds of magic. She doesn't even have to leave the room when she wants to leave the room. She just snaps her fingers and she's gone. She never has to talk about anything.
Now, see, doesn't using your words make you feel better?
Right. It's easier to use the words rather than actually hurting each other with weapons and spells. And to tell you the truth, I look at the two of you, one, the fighter, the strong person who stands before me, and the magician. And I tell you, you actually complement each other. That is what I see here.
She doesn't compliment me. She compliments Rosalinda. She compliments Rosalinda. And I mean, I get it because I've seen Rosalinda walk away, but still it hurts.
Right. Well, I think maybe we can find a way to work together, and you obviously love each other very much, and you love this town. Maybe there is something that can bring the two of you together rather than...
Oh, you want to bring up Rosalinda? Do I even need to talk about Brandy? Brandy?
Yeah.
She was my sister.
Oh, gosh.
How could you do that to me?
I'm gonna just pull out some popcorn from my...
I told you, nothing happened with Brandy. I promise. How can I believe you? Brandy said something happened. That's because Brandy's a manipulative witch. Don't talk about her that way. No, she really is a witch.
Over to Alvaro and Sathari and point out the crazy half-orc muttering in the corner.
Who is like running his hands through his hair and like ripping at his clothes and looks pretty kooky.
So, overall, this guy is apparently the most sane person here. Because he's the only other one who's not affected by all this. And I point to, the soap opera happening in front of us.
He walks over to Isa, takes Isa by the upper arms and says, "It's in the water, man!"
I'm a headbutt.
Oh, God!
Headbutt everyone in this room.
I've got those big tiefling horns. Just bonk.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Oh my God, I just struck the water.
I almost ordered water at the bar.
I almost did too.
All right, I missed him. I missed him by a mile because that's 4.
So you hit him in the head, but he also has a very thick skull because he's a half-orc, and you just kind of bounce off. And you see a couple of stars.
Now, you probably deserve that. You probably deserve that, grabbing hold of his shoulders like that, because you just can't, but And then I look at Isa. He might have a point. I don't know about Ice Cream Lady, but drunk guy at the bar, remember how he wasn't affected? Maybe there is. Where's your water source at?
The water, man. Let me hold on.
Right.
Let me scroll down in my notes.
Is it come from a stream? It's a well. Did you have
It's a well.
Yeah.
There's a well.
Right.
There's a well. And
Okay.
it's
Has
the water,
anyone-
and people get their drink the water.
Okay.
It's all in the water.
Where's the well? Show me
It's
the
a
well.
bright hot street. Bright hot street.
Right hawk.
Right.
Bright hot.
Right hawk.
And he runs. He just leaves. Full sprint.
Right. And the treasury.
Ellison!
Where's
Come
the
on!
treasury? I
gotta
just.
chase the
Oh,
crazy
good
apple.
God.
Leave
So-
the counseling session for later.
He runs full tilt. And as soon as you leave, the queens go back to fighting.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk back over to Isa and Alvaro and say, I can't get anything out of them. I've tried. I've thought about, what could actually bring these people together, and maybe it's what where are we going? Where are we going?
There's a
I-
well. There's a
You're
well.
okay.
going outside.
And a well.
Don't drink the water.
Don't
Did you say-
drink the water.
Don't drink the water.
Don't drink the water.
Why?
Oh, because too much love will kill you, man. That's the thing.
You're just quoting every Queen song ever.
I've got them all right up here. Like this is my a perfect pun set is right
Listen,
here. I can roll them all
Alvaro's
day
just looking
long.
for someone to love.
We're not
He's
even
looking
off
for
of.
We're gonna get
He's
there in
looking
the
for somebody
flash.
to love.
This is unbelievable.
He wants a fat bottom girl.
Is this real life or is this just fantasy?
Anyway, as you get to the
I've got one vision, man. One vision.
as you get to the
I just want to
entryway
break
and
free
the
from
door,
these idiots.
they're under a lot of pressure right now.
This-
Kiri's trying to help, but you know who she needs? Flash Gordon.
Oh, okay.
Fried
So
chicken.
as you get to the door, you see this disheveled orc look back at you and say, "Aren't you coming?" And he sprints again.
yes, we're coming. Yes, of course.
Belisard, wait.
What?
Belisard,
Yes.
I'm going to walk up to you and I'm going to grab you by the shoulders and say, "You're my friend and I love you." And I'm going to hit you with 10 points of healing.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh,
And I'm going to leave you in the tizzy that you're in for my proclamation and follow the orc.
yes, thank you. And just for that, I'm actually going to give you some bardic inspiration as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's a D8,
Feel inspired by your love for your friend.
which actually you can use because of me. You can actually use that on your healing and your magical damage as well.
Fancy.
Fantastic.
For the
Well,
next-
guess who wants it all?
yeah. So,
So, this orc
muting you.
in this tweed jacket is running full tilt through town, pushing people out of the way. He pushes one guy into another guy. They start fighting. He jumps over the guy laying in the street. And you find yourselves in a little neighborhood that is like a little courtyard kind of a thing, and it looks like a lot of shop fronts. And then maybe like the shopkeepers live upstairs and the shop's downstairs, and there's like a candy shop and like haberdashery and like cute little village town stuff. And there's an antique store because everybody comes antiquing. And in the middle of the courtyard is a big well. And Sheridan kind of I didn't tell you his name, but the orc, whose name is Sheridan, but you don't know that yet, gets to the well and kind of puts his hands on it and just breathes heavily. At the well is a woman who is drawing water, and he's just screaming at her, "It's in the water! Stop! The water's bad! The water's dangerous!" And she looks up at him. And he tells her, I scrolled away from my spot. He tells her, "I'm telling you, please, the water is contaminated. I know it looks and it tastes totally fine, but it's not. It's contaminated. It's the only thing everyone shares, and it's spreading hate." And the woman just kind of looks at him. She says, "You can't spread hate through water, Sheridan. You're speaking nonsense." "No, I promise you, I'm not. Just please trust me. Like we trusted you when you said the whole village was in danger because some evil magician was going to suck the life out of the land, and then nothing happened. No, Sheridan, the water is fine. You're dehydrated and hallucinating. Here, have some freaking water. And they hold out a cup, and Sheridan knocks the cup away. And the townsperson just attacks him and just starts beating the shit out of him.
I just try to like grab her around the middle and like pull her off. Enough of
So
that.
she kind of grumples a little bit about the orc that cried wolf and takes her bucket and goes away.
I'm gonna.
Are you still beating him?
No, Isa pulled him off.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go over to Sheridan and say, Sheridan, you mentioned something. She had mentioned something. You had talked about some dark wizard.
Yes, there was a dark wizard. It wasn't about the water. That was a different thing. The water is a different thing. The water is a different thing. But there was a wizard. He was going to suck all the life out of the land. It was going to be on fire, and everything was going to be on fire. And it was really bad. But then nothing happened.
That was us. We fixed that.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we took care of that. That was just about a couple of months ago. You should have tuned into our Twitch channel.
I know. If you go back, you can see that. If you could you can watch.
Right, we keep it on YouTube. You can watch.
You can look through a tube.
That's right.
That's right.
It. You too can look through the tube. It's good. Yes.
So
holiday special.
Sheridan, how do we get down to the water to fix the problem?
This is just where the water comes from.
Right. So where does this is where you get the water. So where does the water originate?
The cistern.
The cistern. Right. So where is the cistern?
It's up the mountain, past Lover's Lookout.
All right. Can you lead us
And then there's all the
there?
pipes, and it's down, and the pipes come all down the... No, I have to stay here and guard the well. I can't let anyone else drink out of it.
All right. So we will head up there. We will take care of this problem because that is why we're here. But yes, keep all people away from drinking the water. Don't have yourself a... Wait a minute. I've got some... I'm going to pull out... Do I have like a water skin? I'm going to...
Sure.
That I got from Grace, and I'm going to let him drink out of the water because he's probably hadn't had any for a while.
He drinks the whole thing and just like stand style water skin and says, "Thank you. You can get to the cistern 2 ways. You go up the road, go up the mountain, or you can go through the pipes."
No, I'm not doing that. Like sewers are not as clean as they think they are, and I'm never going in a pipe again.
Well, I'll leave it up to you if you decide we should take the sewers or through the road. The sewers, we might be able to find out what is actually going on here.
I jump up onto the edge of the well as if I'm about to like jump in. And just kind of stand there on my tippy toes. Well, lads, into the unknown.
And this is a great time for a break.
Are you
been here for an hour and a half?
Yeah, who wants to live forever?
I'm not going to go get some water. Who wants to live forever? That's...
That is brave, though, to have drunk from the wineskin, because I didn't know if our self-contained water was protected or not. So it's good to know we use Sheridan as a guinea pig.
Guinea pig? So yeah, we're going to take a quick break, quick little bio break, get more Dr. Pepper and all of that good stuff.
I'm going to go get some water.
We'll be back in a couple of, like, what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? What do you think?
Five is cool. 10?
7.5.
7.5. We'll split
5 to 7.5.
6 3/4.
What is that in metric?
All right.
Oh, dear
That's
God.
great. I think we're doing wonderful. You guys are fantastic. Michael is killing it. Isa is killing it. That's just fantastic. Sathari I thought you were really gonna like wrap your wings around them. That was fantastic.
I almost did. I almost just violated him.
Woohoo! All right. Back in a bit.
Word.
Yes.
Do it.
Good bio break.
Get in a good pose.
All right, and we're back. I don't know what Johnny's doing, but it's just Johnny.
We got distracted by a Studio Ghibli conversation, guys. I'm sorry.
Amine.
This is probably also a good time, to tell you fine folks out there in the world, hey, if you're enjoying what you hear today and you are not yet a subscriber to the Red Dirt D&D podcast, you need to be. Because you'll get more shenanigans like this on a weekly basis sent straight to your ears.
Do we want to talk about something that you and Michael just recently recorded?
No.
Okay, very good. Then we won't talk about that.
No.
That's
mystery.
Secrets.
That's for later. No.
Yeah.
But it's great. You can get it wherever pod. So that's I've listened to it on Spotify, but you can get Stitcher.
If you're here, you should already be subscribed. I mean, you don't want to be one of them fellers. It's all hat, no cattle.
That's right.
Right.
Now that Michael knows what that means.
It's a little less goofy, but no less fun.
Yeah, completely different characters. You guys know that probably if you're here, but tell friends and neighbors. Woohoo!
All right.
Yeah, just go to your neighbor's door, knock on the door, and say, "Have you heard the good word?"
If you're if you're in Oklahoma, you're not going anywhere in the next 3 days anyway. You might as well binge Red Dirt.
Can I tell you about my Lord and Savior, DM Ash?
Have you heard the good word of Sneaky Coyote?
I have.
So, Sheridan the Orc has just convinced you that it is the water that is causing the problems in Ville de l'Amour. And he has explained that there are two ways you can get to the cistern, which is the source of the water for the town. You can either walk up the mountain past Lover's Lookout, or you can jump down the well and go through the pipes.
Right.
Which are like people-sized.
Right.
And aren't going to happen.
As previously stated, Isa is just balanced on top of this well, about ready to, dive on in.
All right.
Cleanliness is next to clericness. I don't know.
You want a rope or anything?
This is why what goes on in this town stays in this town that you said earlier.
That's
so if we
right.
go down here and we get dirty and messy, we don't go back home and tell everybody what we did.
That's right. I'm not telling anybody about this.
Nicely done,
Isa, as you jump up on the well, Sheridan grabs the end of your shirt and says, "No!" and pulls you down.
Oh.
I just told you it's in the water, man. And he
Well, then you said we could use the pipes to get to the cistern. So make up your mind.
Exactly. And he walks off.
He's a weird little bugger, ain't he?
So he walks off about 50 yards or so towards kind of an alley between what looks to be a candy shop and a butcher's, and reaches down and pulls up the sewer grate.
Oh.
Natural 20. Alvaro's like, of course.
That makes much more sense.
You got.
Yeah. All right.
The water's bad, man.
Yeah. So let's.
But how
let's
is
head
the
on down.
water down there different?
So it's only bad.
Bad, man.
the water is only bad when it's going in. It's not bad when it's coming.
Oh.
Well, so if you look down the grate, you can get into the pipes without diving through the water, essentially.
Yeah. So let's go on down the sewer grate. Thank you, Sheridan. This is much better.
He kind of looks at you like you're idiots, drops the sewer grate and goes back to try to stop a little boy from drinking out of the well.
This is probably a better idea. These pipes are probably a lot larger, and people-sized pipes are the best, as a wise person once said that I knew across a giant pond. Hello.
Shout out, Rule Britannia.
All right. So
you're the pipes. So the way that the sewers work is you've got essentially about 1.5 feet of like stonework on either side, and then you've got like a divot where the water is, like a little river thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
you
then
got the walkways on the two sides, and then
you got the water
where the water flows. Yeah.
And
typical sewer level setup.
Right, exactly. So this is kind of what you're looking at as you come down. Give me a perception check, and please 100%. Roll high.
Oh, I did. Oh, that'll be 22.
Okay, so Sathari, out of the corner of your eye, you see some movement. And as you take a breath of this sewer, it doesn't smell gross. It kind of smells like...
I knew it!
Pizza? And as you look, you see what seems to be a turtle man with a bandana tied around his head zip around a corner.
I did not know it.
Please do not pursue this turtle. I just wanted to make a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reference.
Cowabunga, dudes. Let's not follow that turtle.
Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja
Although I'm very excited about the smell of pizza, I'm going to follow the smell toward the cistern.
Can you guys hold on just a second? When I was coming down the ladder, I got a really bad splinter.
It was a metal ladder, Sathari.
Oh, you're right, it was.
Okay, let me pull up my...
All right. Now, I'm not saying that there might be, like, this place seems much cleaner than I expected. I'm not saying they might clean it with, like, ooze or a jelly. I'm just saying, watch out.
So here's how, mechanically, here's how this maze of tunnels and pipes will work. We're just going to go around my little thing, and I'm going to have you roll some dice for me. It's just raw dice rolls. It's not, you don't need to add any modifiers or anything like that. So we're going to start with my top left, which is Isa. So Isa, I need a D4.
D4.
I wrote these maze rules by myself without looking anything up on the internet, and I'm pretty proud of myself.
I'm so proud of you. 1.
Okay, there is it's just a straight hallway. There's no branching thing or anything, no branching hallways or anything like that. So hold on, let me double check. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so then you Elisard, it is your turn to roll your D4. You're just gonna walk down the straight hallway. There's only one way to go. That's away from the well. A 2. So you get to a fork in the road. You can go left or you can go right. Blah, blah, blah.
I saw we go left.
And then Elisard, give me a D20 roll now.
Oh, boy.
17.
Okay. I should have brought me a piece of paper. I'm just gonna hold up fingers. So
path to the left, path to the right. Lodestone, lodestone, give me clear sight.
I'm gonna go up to Isa and touch horns and cast light cantrip.
Woo!
Great. I need everybody in this to do a dex saving throw at this intersection.
A dex
to avoid the water is what you're trying to do. Because the water's bad, man.
Oh dear.
Bad, man. It's bad.
9.
Modified.
You said a 9?
Yeah.
Modified 16 for Alvaro.
Alvaro's
14.
Thari is fine. Oh no! Okay, so
I dodge and bump into something.
Isa
That's a total of 3.
slips their foot just their left foot just goes all the way in. They don't fall all the way in, but Elisard with his quick wits goes and tries to grab her and keep her from falling in, but he gets a little splashy splash on himself.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
not going to tell you, you feel fine. You feel fine.
You'll live
So-
forever.
You go down your designated hallway, and now I need Alvaro to roll our D4.
It's a 1.
Okay, it's a straight hallway. We keep walking. So Thari, I need you to roll a D4.
Okay. Two.
Okay, so you get to another fork in the road. Johnny, I need a D20 now.
Woot. My special Christmas Gideon D20.
Oh, come on.
From Wizard's Asylum.
15.
Okay, now I need everybody's dex check for the intersection. Ash, don't fall in again, please.
17.
She's using the cup again.
Elisard, you're good. Alvaro, what did you get? Brooke?
Oh, sorry. Alvaro got a modified 17.
Okay, Johnny, what did
Yes.
you get? A 5. Okay. Isa, what did you get?
12.
Okay, that's good. You just had it's just 10. So so Thari, you feel just the tip of your wing, maybe dip in a little bit, but you feel fine. You feel fine.
Okay. I will do that bird shiver shake thing and make all the water fly off.
Oi,
okay,
watch
sorry,
it, mate.
sorry, not sorry.
So you go walking down, and as you walk down, you can hear some little voices. They're kind of high pitched, and they seem to be at each other. Give me a perception. Or give me perception.
They seem to be what, Kiri?
Yelling at each other.
Yelling at each other. Gotcha.
Lots of voices.
Gotcha, an 8.
Oh, jeepers.
5.
Batman.
Did you say 8, Mike?
Yeah.
A 4 and a
Bottom.
5. Okay. You can't make out anything of what they're saying. It's just a lot of loud voices.
It's all the echoing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Well, let's just walk up to the voices.
So as you kind of peek around the corner, you can see either of the water. There are just huge groups of rat folk that are just screaming at each other. And there's like a little walkway across, and there is one rat from each side kind of standing at each other. And one group of rats seem to all be wearing shades of blue, and the other groups of rats seem to all be wearing vests and hats.
Did we get the names of the couple earlier?
You didn't ask.
I don't think we got
Yes,
their names,
yes,
but I
yes,
have a
we
good
did.
guess.
Yes, we did.
Elisard.
Tristan. Tristan was the guy's name.
Oh, good job, Elisard.
Hey,
Oh,
Elisard,
oh.
you still have that locket?
I do have the locket.
Why is it called a locket? What, does it lock or something?
It does.
So give me another perception check to see if you can make out what they're saying now that you're a little bit
Can
closer.
you
Um,
unlock it?
Oh,
are they speaking a different language?
They're speaking common. It's just really loud and echoey,
Oh, okay.
and there's a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
12.
11,
20.
12, 20. Okay, so Elisard, the two rats on the bridge, this is essentially the conversation. We're gonna go this way and this way because I don't want to do different voices.
Okay.
Dramatic improv.
Dramatic interp. Okay.
Yes, dramatic interp, yes.
You've kidnapped Tristan. Why would you do this to us? He was our son. He was the youngest one. He had a strong future ahead of him. Kidnapped Tristan? We would do no such thing. You've kidnapped Ilsa, and you're keeping her away from us, and she's my only daughter, and I love her so much. We don't want your bleeding daughter. That's dumb. We want Tristan. We value those kinds of things. They seem to be arguing about they each believe that the other has kidnapped their child.
Right. I say, go, friends, please, there is no reason to fight. Are you looking for Tristan and Ilsa?
Did you take him?
No, but I know where they are. Your children, Tristan and Ilsa, have become star-crossed lovers. They have traveled, they have been married. They have brought your families together. You are now one family underneath your son and your daughter who have become one group, one family.
Bound together by a curse at the Chapel of Love, kind of living like a warlock pack.
As you go, wax poetic, the rat in the hat and the vest has now just started punching the other rat.
No, I'm trying to pull them apart.
So
Fatty Gold on the big one.
So let me lay this out for you. We've got a bridge over the water that there's the two like leader rats on. Then on either side of the bridge is like 20 rats on each side. So you're going to have to muscle your way through these rats.
Right. Okay.
So I need an acrobatics, athletics. I'll let you choose if you're going to try to break up this fight physically.
Okay. Can I again do my slam staff on ground, cast light cantrip, cast the Mater G, and tell them stop?
You can.
Or is that cheese old and moldy already?
I mean, I'm not going to stop you. It's your decision. You're the do what you do.
I mean, I could attempt a command.
You misspoke fireball
So Thari, as you do this, you guys are kind of on the side of Tristan's family with the vests and the hats, and you make this big light. And they kind of scurry away for a second, and then they just like attack you.
When they scurry away, can I start speaking? Is there enough time to get some words?
I mean, you can talk as they are climbing up your body.
Could I?
They're coming to me. Oh,
they're attacking you.
I am going to try to persuade everyone to take a chill pill. You all must calm down. This is getting us nowhere.
Is there some kind of spell attached to this chill pill?
I'm just trying to do persuasion.
You're just doing the therapy. Okay.
Yes.
And they say, who the hell are you think you are? Come in here into our house. These are our problems. You probably took the kids. Why would you want to kidnap them?
My name is Elisard Shank, and I am the one who was given a gift by your daughter, and I showed them the locket. And
these two rats on this bridge are just gonna continue punching each other. But as you watch that, there is a female in a dress very similar to Ilsa's, who kind of goes up to the rat on the bridge, and she, like, for lack of a better term, she's kind of like clocks him. She says, she like kind of like just to like get his attention and like tries to pull him back, and she says, "Look, it's Ilsa's locket." And she kind of points at you, but you're on the other side of the bridge. There's like 20 rats and the tiny rat-sized bridge between you and this woman. So you cannot stand on this bridge. You will fall. Alvaro maybe could.
So
okay.
Can I cast command?
I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna cast command. It is a DC 16 Wisdom save.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 3. We'll say this one is for Ilsa's dad. You said it's a DC what?
DC 16, and I can get up to 3 targets with it.
So Ilsa's dad fail. They all fail.
Yoo-hoo!
So I was
want
doing that
to-
one for. So the way I did that is Ilsa's dad was one, Tristan's dad was one, and then Tristan's family's horde was the other. So they all just kind of freeze
Okay.
mid punch.
I will.
Nicely done, love.
And Ilsa's family points at you and says, "Witch!"
I'm going to cast Daylight, thinking that everyone's been down here in the dark for a while and it's going to blind them, hopefully, to get by some more time.
As you do that, you see that they are mostly blinded, and one rat disappears around a corner with a piece of pizza in his mouth.
Okay.
That's Pizza Rat.
Well, I will get you one day. And once I do that, I am going to shout, "Stop! The union between Tristan and Elsa is not a plague on both your houses. You are now family. You are striking kin versus kin. Put away your swords, brothers and sisters.
They look at their hands and say, "We have no swords."
Retract your claws, then. You have no reason to quarrel with one another.
Ilsa's
Your children
mom-
have brought you together in holy matrimony.
Ilsa's mom kind of looks at Elisard holding Ilsa's locket and is clearly trying to like get over there, but she's got like two men on this bridge between her and where she's trying to go. But she's like holding her hand out trying to.
Yeah, can I like go over there and just like
Mage
now
handed.
that the horde is frozen, then yes.
Yes, I will just go
Have
over
frozen
there
them.
and like give her a hand or carefully like pick her up and like pull her over to our side and let her
And
scurry
so-
over to Elisard.
That's exactly what she's gonna do. She's gonna scurry over and take the locket. Well, she's gonna attempt to take the locket from you.
I am going to open the locket.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see in the locket?
A picture of Ilsa and a picture of her parents.
Oh, I was hoping it was him. Damn it. Okay.
No.
Darn. Okay.
Oh no, it's good. Do you show it to anybody, or what is inside?
The picture.
Ilsa and Ilsa's parents.
Ilsa's parents.
And I am asking in character to see if Elisa
Oh.
will
Yes.
let Safari know what is inside.
Right. It is
Show me.
an image of Ilsa, and who I assume must be her parents.
So she still holds her parents close to her heart, even though she has courted and wed this other.
She's reaching. She wants it so bad.
I'm going to take it off and give it to her.
So you've got another. And she
Well, say that again.
opens it like upside down, and like there's like a secret thing, and inside the secret compartment is a little note, and she takes the note out and she looks it over and she looks back at her husband and she says, "Monty, we must stop." And he is in, he's frozen like mid punch with this other rat.
Oh, I'll drop the magic.
He follows through with his punch and he says, "Stop, why? These cabbies, they took Ilsa. I know they did." And she says, "No, Monty, they didn't." And she reads the letter out loud. And the letter essentially says, "Dear Mom and Dad, sorry I ran away. Totes in love with Tristan. We married now. Peace." But it's actually really like nice. And she says, "You should put aside your squabbles." She says, "Ilsa wants us to put aside our..."
never be together because we fight all the time.
She says, "We should all go home." And then she marches across the bridge. And as she leaves, she says, "McCoys, leave this place." And the rats with all of the hats say, "Hatfields also leave." and they don't seem like they're friends, but they're not actively fighting right now. As the McCoys all leave, Ilsa's mom, with the locket now around her little rat folk neck, she says, "I appreciate you bringing this back to us. That was super nice. Why are you in the sewer? Your people."
We are understanding that there is something in the water that is actually affecting the people of Ville de l'Amour. Have you seen anything suspicious down here?
You mean other than the hordes of rat folk just fighting each other?
Oh,
How long have you been
that.
fighting? How long have you been fighting down here?
Oh, we've hated each other for a few generations now, but it's really ramped up in the last 3 weeks or so.
I understand exactly what you're saying. So, Cappy and Monty, did you ever think that your hatred has manifested into a material form? Has it affected the entire city? Do you know what's going on above ground? Because of the hate you two have for one another? Over what? Over the love of your two children? Unrequited love? Do you know what you have done?
Sathari, I think you're barking at the wrong tree. I think
there's
they're just
also,
as
like-
affected as everyone else.
No, I say we blame
we're
the
not the
rats.
only ones down here. Like, there's the alligators that live over on the west side. There's those turtles with the weird bandanas that live out by the well.
Right. So could you just direct us to the cistern, I think is what we need to do.
Yes, I can definitely do that. I can help you onto the cistern. And she kind of just trots away and kind of looks back expectantly, waiting for you to follow them.
Let's follow her.
Right then, let's go.
Right.
So yeah, she leads you, and as you guys pass a different, like, room, I guess, for lack of a better term, you kind of look in there and you can see some albino alligators kind of laying on the sides of the cavern there. She says, "Good thing you guys had me to lead you, or you could have walked right into that trap."
Yeah.
And she
Good to avoid that.
Oh, that's right.
she walks for a while, and as you guys you walk a hot minute. And a lot of it actually is uphill, because if you remember, the cistern is up in the mountain.
Right.
Right. And water has to have some kind of gravity.
Right. Gravity.
Good.
Good.
So she gets up there and she gets to a point and she says, "Right, you're just gonna follow this pipe just straight up. It'll get you right there." Her accent changes depending on her mood, and she
I have that
I
same
understand that.
problem.
It's a Ricky Ricardo thing, sometimes get angry, the accent changes.
Yeah. She says, "This is as far as I go. However, my fur's all a twizzle. I'm going to go back home and try to see if I can't convince my husband to enter some kind of peace talks with the Hatfields. It's going to be
Right.
something."
Right.
And
right.
she
Go hence, talk more of your rat things, some pardon, some punished, that type of thing.
That's right.
She looks at you a little offended, Alvaro, and then continues on her way.
Charisma of 9,
All right. So let's head on
So-
to...
Before you go, I need one more dex check to see if you hit the water anywhere
God.
between where you were and where you are.
24.
Okay.
18.
Also
Okay.
18.
18.
Awesome. Yay! So
Come on, 18.
We have to jump it like this.
Isa, Elisard, and Sathari all had only one fail, so that's good. And as you kind of go up the mountain, I need a perception check.
Oh, here comes a fail.
Good golly jeepers, Batman. What is up with Alvaro's perception today?
23.
I'm calling it.
12. What'd you say, Mike?
23.
23. 6 for
13.
Alvaro. Sorry. 13. Okay, so Elsard, you definitely, you can feel the hairs on the back of your arms stand up. And you, as a bard of like, you love love, man. You just, people, like, you've been trying this whole time to get people to just talk about their feelings. And you can, you know that hate is not a physical entity, but it feels like it is clinging to the air, and it's just so thick here. You could cut it with a knife, so to speak. But there is only one path. There's no more branching off paths anymore. It's just the one straight shot up the mountain.
I think we are getting closer, friends. I can feel the darkness ahead.
Have any of you ever experienced this?
This kind of hate?
Or the kind of negative feelings that love can bring?
Nope.
Well,
I mean, you know, hate really isn't the opposite of love. Apathy is.
it can be. And I think there's times when you feel the darkness and the hatred that you find on the material plane certainly is nothing like the love that we find in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Alvaro's just kind of watching the conversation back and forth, very guarded, very like, I don't know what y'all talking about.
As you go ahead, Johnny.
I got hit pretty hard once.
Oh.
What happened to you, Sathari?
So I got really close to someone, and we were having a really great time, and we got close by trying to help her find someone and rescue them. They were trapped out in the cold somewhere, and it was weeks spent together tracking them and bringing them back to civilization and getting them some help and stuff. And I guess I don't know. Once he woke up, I just kind of faded into obscurity. The feelings that I had for her, she had also, but they were for him. But it did feel good having those feelings, and it did feel terrible when I didn't.
Well, you would never know what those good feelings were if you hadn't had the bad feelings happen.
And now you know not to get connected to a job, Sathari. You just got to keep your distance.
You know, Alvaro, I could have missed the pain, but I would have had to have missed the dance.
So are you walking
Thanks,
as you're having this conversation?
Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah.
So you are.
Oh, I like as soon as it starts getting feely and mushy, I'm like power walking away.
Okay, so
I'm a shepherd mall.
So you get to the end of the line essentially, and so the water is running downhill at a pretty good clip out of this opening, and then you've got a door on either side on the walkways. It's like a just like a metal door with one of those slidey things in it, but the slidey thing's on the other side of the door.
Oh, Alvaro, why don't you make yourself useful and see if there's any kind of traps or anything going on here?
I can totally do that. It's a let me see. Since which skill is that for trap checking?
Investigation.
Investigation. Oh, that's right. Looks clear to me with my natural roll of 7.
Oh dear.
It does. It looks fine.
All right.
I think it's just fine.
Well, go on in. We're right behind you.
All right.
Right behind you at a reasonable distance.
Is it locked?
I mean, you don't know until you try the handle.
Then I shall try to handle it and open it.
It opens. It's fine.
Yay.
You do get a shiver down your spine, but you feel okay.
I've got Eldritch Blasts ready to go.
So inside it's fairly well lit. It's not, you can see inside. You don't need to do any kind of light or anything like that. Everybody can see. And you've got a 5-foot walkway kind of branching off either side of you around what is a absolutely huge circular room. So you got a big circular room. You got a 5-foot path all the way around. And then right down the middle, you've got kind of a rickety looking catwalk, metal catwalk across. That's just straight across. And that's also about 5 feet wide.
Okay. Well, who's going to go up on the catwalk? Yeah, on the catwalk.
I will shake my little tush on the catwalk.
Oh my gosh. As you enter the room and approach
I think
the
I'm too
catwalk,
sexy for the catwalk. Too sexy for you.
as you enter the room and approach the catwalk, you hear a voice echo off of the dome. The acoustics in here are amazing. Like if you could get an a cappella choir in here, that'd be it. But anyway, you hear this voice echoing off of the sides of the wall. And he says, there's like a voice that I haven't established, so we're going to do it right now. And he says, why are you here? It's just my voice. That's the trick.
We are here to find the problem with Ville de l'Amour. The violence and hatred and apathy we are seeing coming out of this cistern is appalling. And we, Jacques Hughes.
As you say that, on the other side of the room, which is, hold on, I made a map. Let me look at my map. How far away is it?
Made a map, made a map, made a map.
Okay, so
made
from
a
the
map.
beginning of the catwalk, he is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 feet away. So it's a big room. So you see him kind of take flight, and is tall. He's 6'6" at least. You can't, he's not standing next to a tape measure. You're guessing. He is a youngish looking man, probably in his early 30s, something like that. He's got a long, skinny face, shrouded in long black hair that he's wearing in like little braids. He tends to, it seems like he pushes it back out of his face a little bit to look at you. He's got some like hazelnut, dark chocolate skin, but it looks like he's been down here a while. So you can tell that he's pale for him. Like, you know what I mean? His eyes are red rimmed from lack of sleep or crying. You can't tell. And on his back are a pair of black feathered wings that stretch out to an impressive span of at least 8 feet. He's wearing golden armor that seems to shimmer with magic.
Ooh.
Very impressive.
His wings are compensating.
And he speaks to you, and he says, there's nothing wrong with Ville de l'Amour anymore. I have solved that problem.
I don't think so, Mike.
Did you seem like you've been hurt? Do you want to talk about it?
Who do you think you are?
I'm your friend. I am your friend. I am here to help you. Help me help you. This is all we're talking about right now. Is just making sure that
stranger can't just walk into your like place of habitation and just say, you seem like you're messed up. Let's talk through that. That is incredibly rude, incredibly presumptuous. And let me tell you, those people up there are so much better off than they were before. They didn't know what they were getting into. But let me tell you, love, it makes you lazy. It makes you bad. It only sets you up for heartache and disappointment. And so I have done them a favor. Now they are going to go after their dreams. They can have the freedom to leave things behind, to leave people behind, to do what's best for them. Mucho uno, number one fan me.
Oh, first off, let's go back to you live here?
For now, I have
Alright,
to monitor
okay.
the situation.
Okay,
Second-
what is your... Go ahead.
What is your name?
Yes.
That seems like unimportant information, but if you must know, my name is Cessian.
I'm sorry, what?
Cessian, Cessian.
Sethian, you look like a reasonable fellow with black wings.
That seems a little rude.
I'm just saying. One of my best friends here has wings.
And he calls me short all the time.
Yeah.
It's the way he describes people. He's into that descriptive thing. He's a bard.
He looks pointedly unimpressed by Sithari's wings.
And
Wow.
you know, and one of my friends has horns. So it's there's nothing wrong with that. We are, we just want to talk about what's going on in your life that has caused you to think that love is not the answer to everything. And we understand some people get hurt, some people get heartbreak, and we understand that you are maybe feeling some of this pain, but it doesn't last forever.
Even
And the only way to get out of it is to...
Oh, you
I
should
love
just
it.
shut up. And I need a intelligence saving throw from Elisar.
You know, if you lived in a nicer place and you weren't so mean, more people would probably like you.
Right. That would be a 3.
Oh no.
We're going to need a new Elisard.
So you're gonna take 2 psychic damage, and the next saving throw that you have, you're gonna have to subtract 1d4 because he just cast Mind Sliver on you.
Ooh.
When he gets hit by that 2 psychic damage, I'm going to turn to him and say, he seems to have a lot of hate. I'm turning to Elisard and saying, he seems to have a lot of hate, but yet he's flirting with you.
Yeah. I actually
You're so
didn't see it-
damaged.
I didn't see it as flirting.
Taunt.
I would say the negotiations are over.
Oh, so I can shoot him
Well-
now.
I would say you can shoot him
As
now.
you say that, he is airborne and he pulls a bow off his back and knocks an arrow.
Oh!
So initiative.
There we go.
Oh dear. I have a friend who is full of hate and has much more love than you do. Right, Isa? Oh, 20. Dirty 20 on initiative.
Proud of you.
I'm
I
proud
really
of
should have
me
brought a
too.
pencil. Here, roll your initiative. I need to go get a pencil because I forgot one.
Okay.
Let's
talk ab-
you got
We're going to talk
big.
about you behind your back while you're gone.
you got some.
No making plans.
Big talk
making
there. Safari
Oh,
got
okay.
22.
So-
Exactly what I was going to do.
Everybody
Show me on the
who's
Isa
watching
where
this-
love hurt you.
Everybody out there who's watching this, realize that this is Kiri's first time to write an adventure.
Oh, yes.
And I've got to say, it is absolutely amazing. So everybody make sure that you let everybody know, because this is going to be staying on Twitch for what, 2 weeks? Is that right, Ash?
So it'll stay on Twitch for 2 weeks, and then once we have, once the broadcast has concluded, I will be archiving it on our YouTube channel. Which is, of course, just Red Dirt D&D, which is where you can find archives of all of our Twitch stuff that we do. Because obviously, you know, Twitch isn't forever.
Right. So everybody out there, make sure to tell your friends that this Kiri's just been amazing. This has been a great adventure, and
Yes.
we've had so much fun with this. It's only her second time to DM.
Ever.
So
On the internet.
kudos
the
to
internet
her.
is so
she's
nice.
chosen to
and
go with the
kind.
internet on this
There you
deal.
go.
So, yeah.
All right, so
What's
so
the rules for
then
drinking
and-
on Twitch?
and then we
That's just
tie him
between
up.
us, okay?
And
Not don't okay. That's,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't
So
let
let
Kiri-
me get. Ash, what was your initiative roll?
22.
Okay. Mike.
11.
Johnny.
2-0.
Okay. And Alvaro Brooke.
Alvaro kind of agrees with the guy a little bit. He got a 7 on his initiative.
Okay,
Wait, what? We're doing
7.
that. Okay.
I say you take him, I'll take Alvaro.
So that's
I mean,
gonna
like the
be
first part, not so
Isa,
much, but the second part is kind of legit.
And then somebody roll me a D4 and then divide it in half.
2
1.5.
divided in half for 1.
Got the
Okay.
same.
Elisard and then Alvaro. Okay, Isa, you can start us off.
All right.
He was
Well,
ready.
as I said, I've had these 2 Eldritch Blasts ready. But actually what I'm going to do first, I'm going to hex him.
Ooh.
He feels hexed.
So we'll cast my hex upon him to get some extra ouch in there.
He feels hexed. Does he feel comforted?
Is it a
No.
comforting hex?
No.
No, my hexes are not comforting.
Those of
He
you who
feels a
listen to
little
the Red Dirt,
cold.
You
Yeah.
feel that chill of north wind coming up your spine? Yeah, that's me. All right. So 1 blast will be a 19.
That hits, yeah.
Okay. So that will be 16 points of force damage.
Ow.
Yeah. The second blast will be a 16.
That misses.
That misses? Okay. So, yeah, that one
Pings off his golden armor.
And then I'm going to kind of going along this catwalk, like roll and just trying to get into like a more defensive position as I start summoning up Eldritch energy again.
Give me a dex saving throw with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Don't roll bad. Please.
12.
Okay. You're able to hang on to the catwalk, but it's real rickety up here.
Decisions, I always regret them.
So, Thari, it is your turn.
I'm going to notice the ricketiness that just happened and use
Like
my
you
last.
know when when Shrek and Donkey are going to rescue Princess Fiona? It's that bridge.
Never heard of them. I'm going to use my final flight to pop up off the catwalk, come back a bit, and guiding bolt to our poor twisted friend. I'm going to trust D&D Beyond on this one. And it is
The range on that
19
is like
hit.
ridiculous, right?
120. Yeah. 120.
Yeah, 19 also hits.
Okay, and
Does he
then,
still have my bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Haven't used it
I
for
don't know.
anything.
I think it
I
only,
haven't-
How long does it
true.
just last 10 minutes?
I think it's only 10 minutes.
DM decides that that's dumb and you can use your bardic.
Okay.
I've
I
always
don't-
felt like that was a dumb rule.
Okay.
So
Well,
you can use that on your
then
damage.
let's go with the grand. 15 damage.
Okay. He looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
And now the next person who attacks has advantage because it's leaving a radiant glow.
His golden armor glows more than it was already, and it looks pretty good if you're being honest with yourself.
Dibs.
It's hot.
In the
And that's my
light
turn.
of the glow off his armor, you can see that he just has like one earring, and you're kind of into it. It is his turn. So he is going to fire his bow, and he
But
gets
which ear, though?
2.
This is important. Is it the right or the left?
I motioned to my left ear. when I said it. So I guess.
Okay, cool.
What?
Okay, we're fine then.
Okay, so he's gonna miss with one of those. So yep, he misses with that. But let's see, math, it, and then unless Isa, is your AC lower than 13? Does a 13 hit Isa?
No, I have a 15 because I always have my mage armor up.
Yeah, so one goes past you into the water, but the other one does hit you. Let me get some D8s.
I'm sorry, but
Some
shot through
D8.
the heart and yours to blame. You give love
a
bad
bad
name.
name.
Okay, so he's gonna do 8 damage, and then I need a Isa or Ash specifically because this is don't add anything to it. So roll me a D4 and tell me what you get.
Okay, so 8 damage and then
Mm-hmm.
1.
So I need a charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving throw from a warlock.
Yeah.
And now because I've said something, I'm totally.
I was just gonna say, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Be a 17.
Oh, no. What is his spell save? There's that. Oh, his spell save is 18. Oh, so charisma fail. You're gonna take 3 more damage.
Okay.
And you have to spend your next turn doing nothing but feeling the unending sorrow of the universe.
Oh, so Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's like you're listening to every Morrissey song ever made.
Please?
And
I'll walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know
he's
where
going
to
to
He's
He's gonna stay on-
I know. I'm sorry.
he's gonna stay on his side of the cistern, up in the air a little ways. So he had kind of come a little ways across so that he could hit Elisard with that spell, but he is back on his side of the cistern now. And that is his turn, and it's Elisard's turn.
All right. I am going to bonus action, Bardic Inspiration, Isa, as well as I am going to cast Intellect Fortress at 4th level, a brand new spell from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Sweetness.
At sweetness, I was only joking. When
This
I
is
said-
not a karaoke bar.
I'm the bard.
Too bad.
And now I've got the Smiths in my head. So I'm
Love just makes your heart sing.
for 3 people. It says myself, we'll make it Isa and Sathari. You have resistance to psychic
Sorry, Brooke.
damage. I can only do 3 people.
And psychic damage, like there's no helping
And
Oliver already.
advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saves for the next hour. So, and I shall back up as far as I can.
Okay. Is that it?
That is it for me.
Alvaro, it is your turn.
All right. So, did Alvaro see correctly that Sathari's damage didn't seem to go through?
It went through as well as he's not taking half damage or anything.
Okay,
Everything's
okay.
hitting him full hard. He's just only had ow.
Gotcha.
Oh
Gotcha.
no.
Gotcha. Very good. So,
I hurt.
so Alvaro's going to rage. And he's also going to frenzy attack, but he has his short bow with him at the moment. So he's going to fire twice. And
What's the range on that?
oh, it's a good question. Normal range to 20 feet. Oh, disadvantage up to 60.
Yeah, he's like because you didn't get on the catwalk.
No,
You didn't go around.
not yet.
He's like 60, 65 feet away from you.
All right. So we've got like these walkways, these ledges that go around the circle.
Around.
Very good. And then a bridge over the middle left.
The catwalk
toward us.
So the catwalk is straight across.
Gotcha.
And then the circle is around.
All right. So I'm going to go to the left and hoof it.
I can't see it, but that's my map.
There you go. I'm going to hoof it my 35 feet of movement on the ledge around to the left.
Okay, let me see. 35, 5, 10, 15, 20.
And hopefully
you can get within range at that point because you're essentially you're at like the 9 o'clock position and he's at 12 o'clock. So you can.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So, rolling with disadvantage, unless I'm not within 20 feet of him. I don't believe.
No, sir.
So rolling with disadvantage, the low roll is a modified 10. I think that arrow misses.
Yeah.
Ooh, we might be close. One was a natural 20. The other was a 14. So was a modified 20 on the second one.
That hits.
Okay, very good. And that will be 7 points of damage with an arrow.
Okay. Ow. Is that your turn, sir?
And that is my turn.
We are back up to Isa.
Oh, can I make a perception check as well, or does that take part of an action?
I'll let you do it. You didn't use a...
Yay. So a modified perception of 11. I probably don't notice anything significant like back behind on the back side of the curve.
I mean, it just looks like he's been living here. Okay,
gotcha. If I see a spot that looks like his little camp, like his little homeless tent or whatever, I'm headed for that.
It's not a... Okay, you do see that. It's not a tent as it is like... There's like his bag, like his stuff. You can tell he's been hanging out.
Very cool. That's going to be my goal. We'll see.
Okay, Isa.
Well, according to what you told me last turn, I have to spend this turn...
Oh, yes!
Thinking about the
unending sorrow of the universe.
Unending sorrow of the universe, and I'm just taken back to a time when I was very small and very cold, and there was no one around that I could turn to, and just shivering in the snow.
The good news is, at the end of your turn, you're able to just like kind of and shake it off, so you're good after you think about the unending sorrow of the universe. Sathari.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on him.
Sweet.
So Dex saving throw.
Oh, wait. Elisar, did you hit him with any... You just did a buff spell, right?
Yes.
So, Brooke, you should have had advantage because Sathari cast Guiding Bolt on him earlier.
That's right.
Sweet. Then
I'll give you the natural 20 that you rolled.
Okay. And the first
just roll damage again.
Yay. And the first roll would have been a 17, but I think that might have missed. Booyah! Max damage, another 9 points of damage. Oh, no, wait, 11 because I'm raging. If that works on...
Awesome.
No, it's only melee attack.
It's only melee, yeah. So 11
So 9?
Oh, 9 points. Okay. Additional 9 points of damage.
Okay, Sathari, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Guiding Bolt. DC saving throw. Or Dex saving throw.
I think it's Fairy Fire,
right?
Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire.
Unless change your mind.
That's what I said.
He is paying attention to the halfling creeping around the circle and doesn't notice you. So he rolled a 3.
Fantastic.
Glitter.
He looks so good right now. Like with the gold armor and the wings, and now he's kind of sparkling around the edges.
I'm going to sigh and say what a loss, and for a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon.
What is your spiritual weapon?
It is the same as mine. It's a hammer.
Cute.
Thank you. My mom says I'm a catch.
Okay. Dude,
I just stumped everyone.
does your spiritual weapon do any damage this turn, or does it have to wait till your next turn, or
When you
what?
cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature
Yeah.
within 5 feet of the weapon, and I'm casting it right beside him. So
You get to
A
attack.
glowing hammer appears next to him, and bonks him.
And he is fairy fired.
He does
it
get
is fairy fired. So that is 19 on the die.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. And then the damage is going to be, where's that die? No, 4.
You said 4
Yeah.
damage.
Yes.
Every little bit helps.
It does.
But it's still there.
Okay, so is that your turn?
That's me. Yes.
Okay, so he is going to cast a spell. A spell. And he is going to cast it on Alvaro because he's the closest. So Alvaro, I need an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no! I cast it like
I know
forces on the wrong person.
No. +0 on the intelligence modifier. It's gonna be close to 12.
Now you do get to roll again because you are a halfling and this is against being frightened.
Goody. A 17 unmodified. Woo.
His DC's 18.
That's still not enough.
Okay, so Alvaro, as this spell hits you, you look down at your hands holding your bow and you look around at all of these people in this room, and every single person in this room is out to kill you. You have to save yourself. He has cast enemies abound. So every person in this room is now an enemy. On your turn, you're going to have to roll. You have to pick an enemy at random and use your action to attack. And you must make opportunity attacks against everyone, including your allies. Now, this guy is also your enemy. So it's not like he's your friend now. It's not like you switch sides. Just every single person in this room is out to get you now. And then you can roll to save at the end of your turn.
All right. I knew them blimey buggers was going to leave me out here to die.
And then he's going to fly up. So I know Elisard backed as far away from the water as he could, but Isa, you got off the catwalk, right?
I would still picture her like on the catwalk, but she was just like trying to like get into a more defensive position on the catwalk.
And then Sathari, where are you?
So if there was a group on the catwalk, I went up and then to the back part of the group.
It's just Isa on the catwalk?
Okay, so I'm in the middle of the group in the air.
Okay, so you're good, but he is going to kind of swoop past Isa and essentially do a wing attack. So I need a dex saving throw.
From Isa.
Okay.
From Isa. You're fine because you're in the air. And Elisard and Alvaro are far away.
And you do have Bardic Inspiration, I think. You haven't used that, right?
No.
Just in case you need it.
Yeah, I will see what this roll is, and then yeah, we're gonna. That's a D8, you said?
D8, correct.
You get to have a D8.
Don't know if this is gonna help, but we'll see. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Yikes, kids. No, I like the cup. That's a 10.
Oh no. So you are knocked prone. And
I agree with Dragon Talk. You need to stop using that cup.
No! I'll get a different cup.
So you are knocked prone and you're pushed. And since you're on the catwalk, this would put you in the water. Now, you can either just take a drink or you can use your reaction to roll another dex save, see if you can catch the catwalk and not fall in. That's your choice.
Now, because you failed that dex save, you still have that bardic inspiration. It's one of the things that the College of Eloquence allows for.
Ooh. Okay. So, I will... Let's try again, kids. Let's see if I can...
This DC's lower.
Don't trust it. Don't trust it.
Big money, big money.
Big money, no whammies. 14?
Okay, so you don't fall in, but you are dangling off the catwalk. You like have a hold of it, but you are free swinging. And he is going to end his turn kind of over. So he was at 12 o'clock and now he is like at like 6 o'clock, but so he's kind of I'm going to say he's within like 10 feet of Sathari because Sathari's also up.
Ooh.
Kind of above Isa Sathari area.
All right.
And that's his turn. Elisard.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Did you use that bardic inspiration on that last one? Okay, good. Okay. I am going to use using my bardic inspiration. I am going to use unsettling words on the what's his name, Scythian. So he has to use he'll have to use this D8 on a saving throw, which he's going to do right now as I cast Dissonant Whispers on him as an action.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Oh, you didn't need to do that, but it's okay. He rolled real bad. He didn't need to subtract anything.
Do I wait until? Hold on a second. Let me check that.
Ooh. Ash Connor says we've gone dark.
Yes.
We have gone dark.
Yes. Hold on.
But they can still hear us.
Yeah, they can still hear us. Yeah, we're back. Sorry, video temporary.
The unsettling words were so strong it threw out the video.
We had to mute that because the effect was so.
You don't want to know what happened.
It was so Dissonant Whispers. He fails. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it doesn't say anything about.
He failed big times.
Yeah. So okay. And that's.
I love you guys in the chat. It's awesome to see you there interacting.
Yes, 12 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
And he has to move
away from you, right?
As far as its speed allows, away from us. Or away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he was engaged with anybody.
He wasn't.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Great. Alvaro.
All right. So he'll be number 4
So
and
I'm
then
gonna say yeah.
Yeah, and then Isa
You're
Elisard Sathari. Oh no. It's just what I thought. A number 1. And I'm going to see that backstabby little warlock hanging there. So I draw an arrow and shoot with a 14.
Ha! You miss.
And then my frenzy shot, I shoot again with a 17.
Okay, you hit.
And the good news is it's only 5 points of damage.
Only. Fine. See how it is, Alvaro.
I knew what you're up to. You were trying to join forces with him.
Psh. You save a little
at the end of
from
your
the straits and you see what it gets you.
Oh, I get a save.
at the end of your turn, yeah.
Oh, dang it. As an intelligence save, it's a 12.
Is
That
it?
fails.
Wait, did you roll with
First.
advantage? It's frightened, isn't it? Or it's charm. Wait, did you say it's frightened?
It's well, it says you any character that is immune to frighten is immune to this spell. So I assumed it followed the same kind of rules.
Gotcha.
So you would get advantage on this.
So I get
Advantage.
Cheese and crackers, another 12.
Sorry, bud. You still really don't. You got to look out for numero uno.
I love the dice. Love a good story. Okay, here we go.
And we are back around to Isa.
Right, so I'm dangling here like a piece of meat.
With a knife tail feather.
Yeah, with an arrow sticking out of my thigh. So
Did Sathari? Oh, Sathari did.
Will it
Fairy
take
fire,
a full
sorry.
action for me to like haul myself back up onto the catwalk, or?
You know, I'm a softie. I'm going to say it's your bonus action and your movement. So you can get back up, but you can't like get off the catwalk.
That's fine. I don't want to be off the catwalk. I just want to be on top of the catwalk and not dangling
Dangling underneath the catwalk.
beneath the catwalk. And yeah, I'm gonna another 2 Eldritch Blasts at
Bring it on.
this. And wait, sorry, Alvaro, how much damage was that you did to me? 5?
5.
5, okay. Lost my hex.
Oh, he shivers.
Oh no! I meant serves you right.
I didn't even roll
It's gonna put a damper on our. It's gonna put a damper on our relationship. I'm afraid.
Well, I mean, the good news is I have advantage because, you know, he's fairy fired.
True.
The arrow of friendship, says Dragon Talk in the text. That's what it was.
A 21 to blast. Or a 21 on
Yeah, that
the first
hits.
blast.
Yep.
And a modified 20 on the second blast.
Woo! Yay, Dice Cup. I'm glad you had to talk with it during the initiative round.
Yeah, we had a great talk. Well, one hit will be 14 points of force damage. The other hit will be 5 points of force damage.
12. Carry the 1. Okay.
Maths.
So you hit him and he whips his head around and looks at you, and because he's looking at Sathari and this glowing hammer in the air. So he whips his head around and his braids kind of
back and forth.
fling over his shoulder, and he looks at you and he gives you a grimace and like a he has beautiful teeth. But you do, when he does this, give me a perception check.
That's my best perception check all day. 16.
Okay, so with a 16, the DC was 15, so there you go. With a 16, you notice that he has golden tattoos around his eyes that remind you of something you've seen before. Sathari, it's your turn.
Oh.
Love. True love. Who is on the catwalk?
Love is
Isa.
in the air.
How long is the catwalk?
The catwalk is 50 feet across from one side to the other, from 6 to
Okay.
noon.
So over Isa's head, first I'm going to shout, "Get to the catwalk!"
Get to the catwalk.
Get to the
And,
catwalk.
over Isa's head, I am casting Guardian of Faith. If he comes within 20 feet, there's stuff to happen. But until then, there's a miraculous pair of angelic wings that right over Isa, like 4 times bigger than they should be. And in front of it is a hammer.
What?
As a bonus action, my weapon's going in. And my weapon is, I rolled it wrong last time. So it's going to swing to hit, and he's glowing in the dark.
Come
and that
on,
is a 19.
That hits.
And the damage is 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Anything else? Okay.
Thought you were just gonna pop your collar
So-
there, Johnny.
He is going to look at Sathari, who seems super like powerful right now. Hey, Johnny, honey, Max.
What? What'd you
Your
say?
max HP. Your max HP. What is it?
None of your business.
It is.
51.
Okay, so he's using his 1 level 7 spell,
Oh no.
Oh no.
and he is going
Oh,
to
no.
well, actually, are you immune to being charmed?
He might be.
No, I'm immune to necrotic and something else.
That's
Defenses.
a bummer.
Necrotic and radiant.
So
I'm out of spell slots, guys.
he's
A warlock out of spell slots?
Who knew?
he's gonna point at you and he's going to scream, "If you only knew the pain that I know!" And he's casting power word pain on you.
Oh no.
I look him in the eye and say, my last name is Pain.
So as he does, as he says this, a like wave of black goes over you, and your vision goes black, and you find yourself in your moment of greatest heartbreak. If you want to describe that to us, what's happening? What's going on in your little angel
Wait,
head?
does he have to make a save for that?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Wow.
There's a con save at the end of each turn. So con save at the end of each turn, DC 18 until successful. Speed is 10 feet. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. If you try to cast a spell, you got to succeed on a con saving throw. Essentially, it's a concentration check, or the spell fails and it's wasted. But right now, you're inside your head, reliving the moment of your greatest heartbreak.
So, like I was talking on the way up here, I was helping her find someone, and she never really talked about him, who he was that we were looking for, other than it was just intense and desperate that we find him. And I thought she was just a good soul doing a good deed. And it took a few weeks, and night after night, campfire after campfire, talking to each other till we fell asleep, I grew closer and closer. And then,
And as you're thinking about this, you can smell the campfire, and you can see the light echoing off her face as she smiles and laughs at a joke that you told. And she reaches across and gives your arm a squeeze and says, "I'm so glad that I'm here that you came with me."
so we found him in the ice, and he still had life in him. I did what I could. We pulled him out and we brought him back, and he was cared for by a couple of sages and healers. And they even pulled in an old lady who could barely walk out of the woods to help him. And a few days passed, and I went out and picked flowers. She told me a story about these flowers that she loved as a child, and I found some. And I went to where she was staying, and I knocked on the door to give her these flowers. And when the door opened, standing there with a cane in bandages was him. And in the back of the room, I heard her say, "Who is it, my love?"
Oh.
And so quickly I said, I'm sure you've just smelled ice for weeks, and ice smells like nothing. So I picked these flowers to put in here for the room for the two of you, and just acted like everything was great and that I knew this and that I was aware the whole time. And I walked down to the end of the hall after they shut the door behind them, and I sat down at the top of the stairs, and I don't think I ever moved.
Well, as
And I
you're
think
sitting there,
I think even now, part of me is still sitting at the top of that staircase.
well, and before you left that day, she came out of the room and she saw you sitting on the stairs. She was going down to get something out of the kitchen, and she looks at you and you can see her face is just glowing. She's clearly very happy. And she says, "Sathari, thank you so much for being such a great friend and helping me. My life is so much better because of you. And I am so glad that you helped me so much. And I really appreciate it." And she gives you a big warm hug and a kiss on the cheek and scampers off to get whatever she was out to get. It's very sad. So that's all going on in your head, and you just feel your heart being like squeezed in your chest, and it's hard to breathe. You feel like the air's kind of been knocked out of you. And you guys just see Sathari's wings kind of droop and kind of bends over his broken heart, his chest a little bit. And you can just tell that he's in just a lot of pain. And Cessian shouts from his perch in the sky and says, "See, love has caused you only nothing but pain. Had you never loved, you would have never felt that pain." And it is Elisard's turn.
Can I make my Constitution save now?
No, you have to wait until your turn.
Oh, it was his turn. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He cast the spell on his turn, so.
Cool.
I'm right there with you, brother.
So it is Elisard's turn.
Well, first off, I'll use my next to the last bardic inspiration on Alvaro. Hopefully he will use that for his saves.
That's a die 8, right?
Is he still fairy fired?
Yes.
Is fairy fire concentration?
Because Sathari wasn't actually injured.
It's fairy fire concentration. But he wasn't actually injured.
Yeah, Sathari wasn't actually injured.
I've not been hit.
Yeah, if he didn't.
He hasn't taken any damage, so it's just emotional pain.
Right.
And we all know that doesn't count.
The glow around Cessian goes from like a gold yellow to like a black. But he's still fairy fired.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my longbow and attack, so I have advantage on that. So, a 10 and 11. Where's my longbow? Yeah, 16. No, 15.
Nope.
Sorry, 15.
Nope.
Well, that was a wasted move. Okay, but you, Alvaro, you have
Bardic.
D8 for that save. Hopefully you can save, but you are
diggity dog.
Not till the end of your turn.
It's at the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it is your turn, Alvaro.
All right.
So roll your D4, see who you're attacking.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's so unfitting. I feel this energy come on me from Elisard, and I turn my bow at Elisard.
He's obviously trying to cast some kind of witchcraft on you.
Obviously.
Manipulate your mind.
A modified 21. I think that probably hits.
Oh, yeah.
And that's 5 points of damage. And I'm in frenzy. So the second roll was a modified 22. And that one was 8 points of damage.
All right.
And then the roll with the inspiration, a 7 on the inspiration and a 15 on the die is 20 something.
22.
Oh, yeah, you good. You good? You shake it off.
You good, boo?
Ellsworth is your friend.
Boom. Oh, golly jeepers.
But I was trying to help you.
That's what I said. That's what we get for our trouble, Everside. We become pincushions.
Oh, someone's a stupid git. Sorry, it was his fault.
So Isa, we are back around to you.
Well, okay. So you said that I kind of recognize his
His
guy
tattoos, yeah.
This
It's
guy-
it's like this, like around his eye, like more like Mike Tyson, but like gold and pretty.
So I've seen this before on
Mhm.
Hawthorne.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna yell up to him, "Hey, lovebird. Met your girlfriend, mate. Oh, she's a right looker."
He screams back at you. You can't. She's dead.
No, mate. I think you need to go have a rendezvous.
Nice.
Somebody roll me a D20, and you want above an 18, and something good will happen. If you roll lower than an 18, nothing bad happens.
You get a 20?
Did you roll?
Natural 20.
It's authority.
So as
Connected
you
with the pain.
so as you say that, he says, "Who are you talking about?"
Hawthorne?
And as you say that,
Lady
into
Hawthorne?
the door you guys came in through comes in a beautiful woman with with dreadlocks and large golden wings, and she says, "Did somebody say Hathor?"
Yeah! Hey, Ghoul! How are you? Hey, do you know this git?
I've been here the whole time.
And she looks up and she says, "Cessian, is this all because of you?" And she kind of looks around and starts putting two and two together. She says, "It made sense because Sheridan came in and he said, 'It's in the water, man.'" And I was like, this guy's obviously crazy. He tried to talk about the wizard last, a couple months ago, and then nothing happened. But then I started thinking about it. You know what Joe hasn't drank in like 3 years? Water. And he's fine, and I'm fine.
Yeah, neither has Johnny.
So the more I thought about it, the more it made sense, seeing as I haven't seen you for 3 weeks. And so came a little nipped up here real quick, and Cessian, you gotta stop. You have to. This isn't okay. And he just kind of screams, just like there's no words. It's just a scream. I'm not gonna
like
do it on
surprise
microphone.
scream or like anger scream or like
angry and pain.
gotcha anguish.
Anguish, that's a great word. So yeah, just kind of an anguished scream. And she says, "I know it hurts. I know. I loved Julia too. I really did. And I'm sorry that you can't. I'm sorry that we couldn't do anything. I'm sorry that Amadeus couldn't do anything. And I'm sorry that we couldn't save her. We wanted to save her. It's not your fault. It's not our fault. It's nobody's fault. Sometimes people just get sick. Sometimes people just die." And he looks at her, and there's pain and there's recognition. And he says, "You don't know pain. You've never felt this kind of pain before. You don't love anybody but that damn bar." And she says, "It's our job. That's why we're here. We help these people find love because love is what people need. It doesn't make them lazy. It encourages them to reach for their dreams." And she kind of turns to Isa, and says, "I'm sorry. I could have solved this all myself if I had just thought about it, But
happens.
What can I say? I'm not my brother's keeper."
True that.
And so she's actually going to take flight as well, and we'll put her in the initiative as well. So you have the rest of your turn, Isa, because that was just your free action.
Oh, well then. Well, can I still blast him? And I'm looking at Hathor, just like eldritch energy around my hands. Just I can still blast him, right? Or do you want him in one piece?
He's just feeling a lot of pain. He's acting out. This isn't who he is.
You just have to exercise it a little bit. Just a few more conks to the head.
If he's unconscious, we can work with him better.
She's not going to tell you what to do. You have to decide.
All right. Blast away all. Okay. So since he is still fairy fired, that will be a 26 on the first
hit. That hits. For sure.
And a 27 on the second hit.
Yup.
All right, for 14 points for one blast and 7 on the other.
Ow.
Also, if you could be a deer and, let my angel go.
He doesn't say anything.
I point over to
so
Thar, that one's mine.
So Thari, it is your turn. You're gonna make your con saving throw.
It is 18.
That saves.
19.
Yeah. It's DC
18.
No, it's DC 18.
Fantastic.
So you feel the grip around your heart lessen, and as your vision clears, Hathor's here now.
Did I realize that, so was I blinked out during the whole connection between the two?
You were reliving your memory, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to fly right up to him, and I'm going to look him in the eye, and I'm going to say, "But the brief moment I loved her was the greatest thing ever. And I can't wait to pass that on many more times."
Okay.
And I'm going to bonk him on the head with my hammer as I cast Inflict Wounds at level 4.
Oh,
no?
Why? I said, ow.
Oh, I think you said no. I was like, with advantage.
Love hurts.
What did you roll?
Oh,
a 16?
20. It's supposed to be a 20.
Supposed to be a 20.
Where'd the 20 go? It's there. It's in there. It's there.
Oh, nap.
I think
Holy
you just
crap.
said you rolled a 16.
Not 20.
I rolled a 20 plus a bunch of stuff. It's 20 plus 8. So that would be... Okay.
His AC is 18.
So I double all my dice.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go over. I don't have that many D10s because also I melee hit him, so I get my bonus from my leveling up. So oh god,
Sorry, the broken is gonna be some hero.
Funerals are cheaper than divorce. That's what we're gonna learn from this one. Hang on, stand by. I'm looking for my dice.
I mean,
I got this.
Speaking as a funeral professional, it depends on the funeral.
Oh.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Ready?
Yeah.
So that is a...
Lay it on him, brother.
Okay, hold on.
I would loan you D10s, Johnny. But
Yeah,
I know.
I have plenty of them. I have many dice.
I'd offer to roll with you, but my dice haven't been that great today. So it's all you.
A 1, really a 1. So
Oh, no.
it's like we're like 40 plus. Do you want the number? 40.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
it's 43. 43. Doesn't matter if it's necrotic or radiant because there is a difference there. I'll tell you now. Like 4 of it was radiant, the rest was necrotic.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's a Cupid.
And then I look at him and I say, "Too bad you'll never find love, Eros." And my spiritual weapon bonks him on the head. And that is a 14. Does it hit him?
Nope.
Okay. It swings at him, though. And I'm done.
Okay. It is his turn.
Do I feel like I did anything to him?
Yeah. Oh, he looks bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got him good. Let's see, what is he gonna do? Because you went right up to him.
You can certainly try.
You know, it sounds ridiculous, but sometimes they kind of know what they're talking about. It's give in.
He is going to.
I cast sleep on Alvaro.
I knew it! Traitors!
He's going to look away from you, and he is going to. I guess he's just gonna shoot his shot. He's going to try to attack probably Elisard. We'll see if he hits him. So that's both of them are over 20.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume they
Does that provoke?
So he didn't move, he just shot an arrow.
Okay.
I don't know
Gotcha.
if the hammer provokes.
We're confusing games, Brooke. We're confusing games.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Manipulation action. Yeah, we're confusing systems.
So
Fair enough.
let's see.
Let's get back on the path.
Yeah, this is 5e.
8. So
As soon as I
he's
find
gonna
it, I will.
He's gonna do 14 damage, Elisard,
Uh-huh.
total for both hits. And then I need roll me 2 d20s that are just blank, like raw rolls, and just tell me what you get.
2 and a 19.
Okay, so I need 1 wisdom save and 1 charisma save.
Okay, both of those, because of my intellect fortress, I get those with advantage.
Sweet.
So let's start with the wisdom save.
Your odds are in your favor here.
Nope, that's a 13.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Oh.
not good.
And the charisma save, that's going to be much easier. Yeah, that's 22.
Okay, so you have to spend your next action attacking the nearest ally, which would be probably Ice. Because Alvaro hasn't moved from his space at 9 o'clock.
Well,
and Sathari's in my grill, so
Okay.
that's his turn.
This is just
And
what
it
I
is
get.
it is your turn, Elisard.
It is. So that means that I need.
But it does like you're just gonna make like a melee attack.
Who are you attacking?
Isa.
Yeah, Isa.
So if you come up on Isa as an enemy, my spiritual guardian knocks you down.
Oh, boy.
Told you.
Oh, boy.
Told you.
Yep.
There were many ones like my angel, but that
So
was
it
mine.
knocks me down.
Well, no, it doesn't knock you down. That was a
Flavor.
Yeah, I'm looking for a spiritual. Hang on. Stand by. Bonus actions. Okay. So it's a melee attack against a and no, that's the wrong one. That's not that one. That's stand by. So we have a Patreon.
We do.
We do have a Patreon. You get all kinds of cool stuff.
You get.
Remember when Kiri tells you to read your spells? This is what she's talking about.
This is what happens when you don't read your spell.
Okay, so my Guardian of Faith kicks in, and it. Do you need let's get a dex saving throw from you.
Okay.
Oh look! It finally
16?
goes off.
16.
Okay, 16 is the number you need to hit. You take half of 20, which is 10 radiant damage. You.
Okay.
10 radiant damage as you approach Isa, or as you turn to her, or whatever you do.
And so I'm still attacking.
Sure.
Okay, with my rapier.
Yep.
Elbow.
9.
So, especially since you just took this hit from this spiritual guardian, Isa out here on the catwalk, I need another dex saving throw, LSR, to see if you fall in the water.
Uh-oh.
9.
Oh, no.
So you can use your reaction to roll another dex saving throw to see if you can catch a hold of the rail.
Yeah, let's see what happens. A 10.
Oh,
10
no.
is what you need. It is a DC 10. So you, by the
Checks.
tips of your fingers.
Flat check for the win.
So you're dangling off the bridge, and it is Alvaro's turn.
Was there any kind of save after the end of the turn?
At the end of your turn, you just feel it fade away.
Oh, okay. So it's just okay. Cool.
It just lasts for one turn. Yeah.
Shaked it off.
Alvaro.
Very good, very good. So Alvaro, still raging, still frenzy, is going to shoot 2 arrows at Mr. Cessian. So a natural 20 for 15 points of damage with the first arrow.
Did you double that since you natural 20?
That is doubled, yeah. So it's just
Okay.
my 1d6 plus 3. So
I'm just rooting for this guy to die.
I know 15 points of damage to him. The second one is only a modified 9, so I think it misses.
With advantage?
He is fairy fired.
Oh, he's
still.
a very fired advantage. Yay. Thank you. An 18 unmodified. So
That hits.
yay.
His armor class is 18.
Woo. And that is 8 more points of damage.
Sweet. He's looking right messed up.
Woohoo.
Right messed
Finish
up.
him.
So he's not a hot mess, you would say?
He's what?
He's a hot mess?
He is a hot mess. His hair is come down over his face. One of his wings kind of flaps a little funny.
His guy liner is running.
Huh, that's weird. My wings are flapping just fine.
And it is Hathor's turn.
Oh.
And I'm going to move on around another 35 feet toward 12 o'clock if I can. If Sathari's at 6, I'm going to move.
Yeah, you make it to essentially you can see where he's kind of been camping out. There's like a little bedroll and like the ashes of what looks like might be a little fire that he used maybe. And you can see a really banged up, crumpled picture of a woman, just a human woman, next to his bedroll.
Oh, I got plans for next round.
Don't worry. I'll find her and take care of her. For you.
Hathor is going
I'll give
to...
her money because you're not there to support her anymore. So that
She's dead.
She's dead.
Oh, that's
Julia.
right. I thought he was.
Julia died.
I really thought he was
Julia's
joking when he said that.
dead.
No, she's dead.
She got sick and died.
I thought he was playing us when he said that.
It wouldn't be the first time Sathari took someone out of the ice. It'd be all right. It'd put 2 other people together again.
Why did you say that?
No. Why would you say that?
Why would you say that, you monster?
So Hathor
I'm just gonna
to
tomb La Vista so I don't have to deal with this anymore.
She's going
Me
to
too.
Hathor's going to
Wings.
fly over to you, Zathari, and she's going to kind of come up behind you and in your ear say, you really ought to just let me take care of this. And she's just gonna move you out of her way. And she's gonna
I'm gonna look at her and
face.
say, "Are we dancing?" Oh, happened again.
Like a wave on the ocean, roaming.
So she's going to look at him, and
Not that into you, mate.
all she does is look, and she says, "I know it's hard." And he says, "You don't know. You've never felt love before. You've never understood. She says, "I know. I don't love people the same way that you love people. I just don't feel that way, but I still love people. I love you." And you can see the resolve in his eyes break a little bit. And she says, I loved Julia. She was a really good friend. And she made you very happy. And that made me love her even more. And when she died, it hurt me too. It didn't hurt me the same way, but it hurt me. And just because someone doesn't show love the same way that you show love doesn't mean that they don't feel that love. And she kind of pushes his braids back over his shoulder, and she kind of pets his little cheek, and she says, it's okay to feel grief, but it's not okay to take that out on other people. You have to stop. And you know that, right? And he kind of droops, and they kind of fly together back over to his bedroll, and she picks up the picture of Julia, and she says, I have another one of these. It's not as wrinkled and crinkled. Do you want some? Do you want, I can give that to you. You can come have a drink. Maybe not the water, though. And he kind of laughs to himself. And you can see Hathor bend down and touch the water. And this like pink purple ripple from her hand across the whole cistern. And the whole cistern glows purple. And she looks back at you guys and says, "Tell Roger I said thanks." And she kind of puts her arm around Cessian and kind of sits with him kind of where his bedroll is. And, you get the vibe that they need a minute.
Would you say that Hathor is still our ally?
Yeah.
So he's flanked then, is what you're saying right there.
Oh,
She kind of looks at you.
halfling.
She kind of looks at you, Alvaro, and notices that you're over here she's like, "Hey mate, can we it's kind of a personal thing."
Right. Just, with all the spelling and the anger and the stuff.
I understand. It's fine now. The water's fine now. You don't need to.
Right, but over there are some people that accidentally shot because of him, and so I'm just wondering.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I think we really just need a moment,
Right. Okay.
We're grieving.
Right.
I'm just gonna go and
Right. Okay. That's becoming like a thematic theme for Isa and Alvaro. That's pretty good.
As you go, she says, Alvaro, here. And she snaps her fingers, and you have a map of the sewers in your head now.
Oh.
So you can get out without having to.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
So you guys can get out of the sewers, no problem.
Hey.
All right. So I said the whole arrow thing. That wasn't my fault, right? It was that Git.
Yeah.
Right. I would never shoot you on purpose. I mean, like, if I really shot you on purpose, I wouldn't aim for your thigh. You know, right?
Oh,
And as you're leaving the room, Hathor kind of looks back over her shoulder. She says, "We'll be down at the rendezvous in about an hour if you want to take me up on that offer I gave you."
Yes,
Okay.
all the drawings.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my final 4th level slot and cast Cure Wounds on myself. Because
Well,
I
I'm
only
gonna
have
do
8
Mass
hit points
Cure.
left.
Did anybody else take damage? Yeah, I'll do Mass Cure.
Oh, okay.
Pop everybody off.
How much of that was from Alvaro? Yikes.
Most of them, yeah. Yeah, mass healing, I'll do.
Indeed, Dragon Talk. That's why so many things taste like chickens, because they never can get the taste of chicken exactly right. Boom.
Beautiful. So do you guys go back to the rendezvous?
I'm sorry, how much healing?
How much healing?
Oh, I did.
you rolled it, but you didn't say
I didn't roll it. Where'd my mask go?
It doesn't matter.
If we
Read your
chill for a
character
minute,
sheet.
it's going to be
Well, we can chill in the bar and take a short rest.
16.
There we go.
16.
Right.
And then while we're at the bar and I'm drinking water, I'll give you some more.
All right.
What?
Okay, so are you headed back to the bar?
We did that. We did all that
Right.
in the bar.
To the bar.
Right.
Okay, so you walk into the bar and Hathor hasn't left it unattended. It seems like there's somebody behind the bar.
Oh.
This is you.
Hello.
Is it Jubilee?
Yes, my cousin.
Yes.
It's not a tiefling. It seems to be a human of some sort.
Boring.
Hello, my lady. And good day to you.
Hello, my lady.
He turns around and says, "Oh, I knew I looked good from the back, but I didn't know I looked that good from the back."
From the back, you look like an old woman.
Oh God.
Says, if that's the way you feel, maybe I want my coins back.
No.
And it's Roger, the physician.
Oh, Roger.
Roger.
Oh, it's Roger. Okay. Well, Roger, sorry. I thought you were. I'm sorry. I've been
You
really,
thought
really
I thought it
hurt.
was. You said you thought I was an old woman, eh?
I've been in a lot of pain
Elisard.
today.
Stop
I've
digging,
been shot
man.
a lot.
Stop digging.
Alvaro whips out 2 short swords. Bugbears. Where are the bugbears?
Oh, I was able to take care of that, thank you.
Oh.
So you were able to fix it, eh?
Yes. Turns out it was Cessian with a broken heart who was poisoning the water and making everybody go all wonky.
You know,
Right.
I knew when Julia died, lad just wasn't quite right after that. And as you guys hang out for a while, have some drinks of whatever you want. Although Hathor was only serving wine and beer, he'll give you anything you want because he's a physician and he can do that. So he does. And
Absinthe for everyone.
after a while,
Do they have
Hathor-
anything by Moderna or Pfizer? Either one. I'll take one.
Take 2.
Take 2. One for later.
Hathor walks in a little bit later, and she is alone. She doesn't have Cecine with her.
I don't
She
even
says,
know this.
He needs some time to grieve. I set him up at I took him somewhere else, and he'll be okay. He just needs some time alone. So he's gonna spend some time flying around. But I have
On those wings?
I have something. It doesn't feel right just giving you free drinks because you guys are just gonna leave. Although free drinks, but I'm sure I've got something in the back that I can give you in the lost and found. And she goes back, and you can hear some shuffling. You hear a box fall off of a shelf, and she says, "Damn!" And she comes back out with a box, And she says, all right, here you go. So do you want to know what your presents are?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
goody.
So I'm just going to go through the loot and you guys can decide like who gets what. You may want to listen to everything before you decide. And I can drop these pictures in the Discord later.
Johnny just says dibs at the beginning.
Okay, so you've got Cupid's arrows, which are 10 arrows which can be used with any bow. No attunement required, expended after one use. When you hit a target with one of these arrows, it must succeed a DC 12 wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If it fails the saving throw, it will be filled with love for the creature closest to the target. The target will do no harm to this creature and will spend its subsequent actions defending the object of love or making loud and sappy declarations of its feelings. These effects last for 1 hour or until the object of love deals damage to the target. When the spell ends, the target has no memory of their actions while under the spell, but also find themselves drawn to the object of love, even though they have no idea why.
So
That
it
has
turns
ISA
them,
written all over it.
I was just, but it turns them into Sathari.
Okay. Next, you've got the Eye of the Beholder, which is an eye-shaped pendant with a heart for a pupil on a long silver chain to be worn around the neck. It does require attunement. Once per long rest, the wearer of this pendant can focus their energy on a target, and they can adopt the visage of either a person's one true love or one arch nemesis. The illusion is complete in that the wearer will look, sound, smell, and feel like the form they have taken. The wearer will retain their charisma, wisdom, and intelligence stats, but will adopt the con, strength, and dex stats, as well as the visage's HP. All armor and worn items on the wearer remain on the body, but will magically adjust to fit the new body. The illusion will persist until the wearer ends the spell by confessing their true identity or 8 hours have passed. It's an 8-hour duration. Love Cures All Wounds amulet. So this is a beautiful, beautiful heart-shaped ruby with a silver chain to be worn around the neck. This also requires attunement. Once per long rest, the wearer of this pendant can use a bonus action to hold it tightly and think of the person or persons they love the most. The heart will glow warmly and will give the wearer 1d10 healing. If the wearer reaches 0 HP, the amulet will glow brightly and revive the wearer for 1d10 healing.
Wow.
So you can trigger it yourself, or if you hit 0, it will trigger itself. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. This is The Love That Binds. So 2 silver half hearts attached to red ribbon that can be tied around the arm, the leg, the wrist, or as a belt. It requires attunement and feelings of love or friendship. So it only works if you love or are close friends with the other person.
Man, I don't have any of those.
Whoever wears these bands can communicate telepathically to each other at will as a bonus action. They can use an action to swap places if they're within 500 feet and can visualize where they are teleporting to. And if one of the two falls to 0 HP and the other touches that person, they are immediately stabilized. They can use their action to grant 2d4 healing, but must sacrifice the same number of their own HP. So you can give away some of your HP.
So are there any 2 people that sounds really good for?
There's one more object. One more thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was last. I apologize. Go ahead.
One more. This is the Heartbreaker Maul. So this is a +1 maul that does 2d6 +1 damage. It requires attunement, of course. When you critically hit a creature with this maul, the gem on the top of it shatters in a flash of light. All allies within 45 feet that can see you regain an amount of hit points equal to the damage you dealt. After the gem has been shattered, it magically reforms over the course of 24 hours, after which it can be used again. When attuned to this hammer, the heart-shaped gem pulses with a soft light. All creatures within 10 feet of the gem gain a +1 bonus on charisma and constitution saving throws. If the heart is shattered, however, the aura is not in effect.
Wow.
Very good.
Who uses that?
Aren't you the one that uses them all?
Besides me.
No. He uses a war hammer.
Well,
So Roger gives you a wink and he says, I really appreciate you guys taking care of this. And if you'll excuse me, I must be off. I feel like there's some trouble to be had. I'll keep in touch. And he gives a salute and just disappears.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
Hey,
Do we-
blimey, he does that often.
Do we still have his coin?
Yeah,
All right, so we can get in touch with us later. All right.
Yeah. Ice has
Well-
got it.
We can divvy up this loot a little bit later.
yeah,
Right.
But it was really good and I wanted to share it.
That was perfect.
I like it.
I'll
No, it's
put
good
it.
stuff.
I have the cards, and I'll put the cards in the Discord so you guys can
Sure.
see them.
Were those self-created, modified, or?
So I got so Heartbreaker Mall. I was really OP when I found it, so I scaled it back. It was too good.
That's scaled back.
um,
Okay.
That is scaled
That's
back
good.
quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh, we're high
Everything else, everything else really was just like someone. So the love that binds, the 2 half hearts, I came up with that one completely by myself. The love cures all wounds, I came up with that one by myself. Cupid's arrows by
Nice.
myself. I was inspired by Eye of the Beholder. In like somebody else said, the Eye of the Beholder, that would be a cool thing. But everything else, I kind of just
It was very good.
put together.
Yay!
Bravo, bravo.
When's the
Nice.
next one?
Save the
Done.
day. You solved my water puzzle.
Yay.
Water puzzle by any other name would smell sweet.
The bummer, I guess it's like a bummer, but not a bummer. So if you hadn't gotten the locket from the rats, then you would have had a harder time helping them, and you would have been in the maze longer and probably met the alligators. If you had gone up the mountain instead of through the pipes, there was a series of stone golems that tried to play catch by throwing boulders at you. And you can't, bless their hearts, they're just misunderstood. They just want to play and they don't understand. They only speak stone speak. And then up at Lover's Lookout, there was a hedge witch that grows roses for the lovers at Lover's Lookout who had become trapped in her house by her plants, and you were going to have to save her. So
Nicely done.
That was awesome.
yay! And
Yay.
It's good and gone.
you will level up again, so you will be 9 now.
What?
before
What?
we play again?
Woo! You mean you didn't even
Fifth
get the
level spell.
experience for the rats? That's awesome.
We do milestone in this. So yeah, you'll be level 9, and I'm thinking May Day. We'll do something for May Day.
Uh-oh. You mean there's going to be
Oh.
trouble on May Day?
Not May Day, not May Day.
Like Maypole May Day.
Yes, like as in Beltane, correct.
Just
Um,
you wait till
Beltane.
Beltane. We'll see who's having fun.
I'm thinking.
What am I going to wear that day?
I'm thinking.
It's got to be ribbons. You
I'm
got to have
thinking
your
we
ribbons.
might.
Nothing. Oh my-
We might meet
Okay,
some
bye.
of Elisard's kin. There might be some Feywild connection. So
That's awesome.
stay tuned for
Alright.
that, sports fans.
Fancy.
One
That's
shot at
fantastic.
love.
One shot at love.
Shot in love.
Shot through the heart.
I was about to do that.
Our brains work too much alike. There were several times that I
We
saw.
have the same browser history.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
sorry.
thank you for joining us. Those of us who joined us, we super appreciate it.
Yeah.
Red Dirt D&D comes out on Wednesdays. Unless you're in the Patreon, then you can have it on Tuesdays.
That's right.
And if you're part of the
Um,
Patreon, you also get extra behind the scenes bonus content.
Yeah.
So.
We do
There we
roundtables
go.
and all of that good stuff. We are sitting down to record our next little chunk of episodes next weekend.
Weeks.
Boy, oh
2 weeks?
boy.
2 weeks from now.
In 2
Not-
weeks?
The
Not this
27th.
next week, but the week afterwards.
Oh, yes. The 20th.
Gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Point of the story is
Maybe-
it's soon.
Maybe the temperature will be over freezing by then.
We
Oh.
hope so. We hope so.
Hey, did any of you in
I sent a little Discord thing real quick, guys. So
any of you in the Twitch chat have a question that's just burning and you have to ask and know now?
and make it about Zonimus so we can all learn something.
Make sure if you follow, make sure it's about Zon. Does Ash know about Zonimus' sister?
You know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about your sister not too long
Does
ago.
Ash know about Zonimus' TikTok where he mentions his sister?
What?
We'll talk later.
John and I are on TikTok, out there revealing secrets.
Her name is Sissity, and that's all I'm going to say right now.
That's awesome. Is she a is she a full blood sister, or same mom and dad?
Well, Brooke, since you asked, I'm going to go back to my original statement of that's all I'm saying right now.
See, I thought maybe I could pull that out.
She is full blood. She is full blood.
Mind.
Though.
So okay,
Yeah,
very cool.
she
That's
is full
awesome.
blood.
That's awesome. Do we know anything about Zonimus's mom and dad? Either us as
No.
players or us as PC. I know the PCs don't know anything.
No, Kiri doesn't know anything either.
All we know is that mom is
They exist,
half-orc,
presumably.
or mom is orc
Right.
and dad is elf. That's it.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Now I know that.
And
Yeah,
now
no, I remember
everybody-
hearing that at some point.
And
Yeah.
everybody out there needs to make sure they tune into episode 32 because when we last left
Oh my
the
gosh.
Caliban crew, the Gideon was unconscious.
Yeah.
Zonimus.
Hands.
So
Yeah.
Zonimus and Gideon are out. So can just those 3 people take on 4, I guess, with Connor? They take on a massive draconic worm.
Than
By the
With who?
Poppy.
With who?
Poppy's
Connor.
out there killing it. Just
Connor.
letting
Who?
you know. She has a lot of rage.
Yeah, when you
Oh.
wake up,
But-
when you wake
Never
up,
heard
you'll
of him.
know.
Never heard of him.
Funny.
He's got a K. With a K.
So
With a K?
I told you guys this would be shorter. You didn't
Yeah,
believe
this
me.
is perfect.
That
This
was
is
great. It was awesome. So
So yeah, I don't have anything else.
I say we
Whose games are canceled tonight because of weather? We
No,
should hang
mine's all
out.
online.
I have a bathroom to finish remodeling. We got to go to Lowe's today before the weather gets bad.
Oh yeah, go now. Go
That's
now
true.
again.
That's
my
true.
son
I see
DMs
what you're
the
saying,
Saturday
so.
night groups. And
Very good.
We're 18th level, so
Oh my gosh,
Well.
really?
yeah.
Look at me.
How's that going?
Oh, it's fantastic.
And you guys, can you like spoiler? I mean, okay, so what is it, a homebrew campaign arc, or are you guys running through a particular thing?
He started with Princes of the Apocalypse on one campaign and then Ghosts of Saltmarsh on another.
I'm
And
sorry.
so there's 2 separate campaigns that have combined into one. So I'm playing a Tabaxi Warlock 18th level and a human variant Paladin of 18th level. And yeah, it's been awesome having these massively powerful creatures.
Yeah, Ed, I think we're still level 1. You'd have to ask Trent
No,
in Icewind Dale. I think
Very
we're still
nice.
level 1.
no, Icewind Dale, I'm playing a 5th level of Kobold right now. So
Yeah.
Moon-
You are
Yeah.
level 2 right now for the group on Saturday.
No, I don't think so. I think we're
Well-
like he says that, but I think we're actually level. I don't remember us leveling
He
up.
says these
Okay.
things, but
Hold on, let me
just do this here.
Is he really
Curious says you are a liar and don't.
No,
There we go.
it
I got it
doesn't
straightened out for you.
matter. Listen, I play a barbarian now, so I don't need to be concerned about level 2.
Curious barbarian
Level 2
brain
is
doesn't
druid
understand
problems.
numbers.
There we go.
Level 2 is druid problems.
And I say it with love. Kiri doesn't have to worry about those first edition problems where, like, your fighter was 3rd level before your wizard ever got to 2nd. Because
I love OSR stuff.
the experience point tables were different for each class. It's crazy. So
Mhm. As they should be.
Why
As
you
a
gotta make
child.
everything
I
so
don't know.
complicated?
I know.
That's a song.
I'm
Got a bit so complicated.
That's awesome.
Thanks for joining us. We super appreciate it. We had fun. We're glad you guys could hang out.
Hey, be sure and check. Johnny, when do we get to see you next on the Twitch?
Not this coming Wednesday, but the next Wednesday, and it will be
Woo.
much gooder, and you will hear stuff.
Hey. Yay!
think my special guest is going to be.
He knows. He's just trying to look important.
Brooke Bullock.
And Brooke,
Bullock, are you here?
come on down.
Woo! I'm the next contestant on Red Dirt D&D Stretch. That was good music.
Yeah.
That's
That was really
Thank
good.
you. I do it in class all the time when I call kids down.
To the board of death, fill in that grammar at disadvantage.
So I think we're gonna get off of here, sports
Yeah.
fans.
It's about the third time
TFN.
Jerry's tried to wrap it up. So
Okay, bye.
Thank you
See you
guys. Thank you
guys.
guys so much
Love
for
you guys.
so much for
Thank
coming
you for
tonight.
being
Thank
here.
you for paying attention. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you. We'll see you.
Dragon
on the trail.
Talk and Rollbook, Tanya. Woo! Seashell.
Love you.
Mwah!
Bye.